tonight. Going to steal those laws. Run all the way to the bank with your clout tonight. Going to milk your clout. Run to the bank tonight. Going to steal your clout. Milk you like a cow. Going to steal your clout. Going to milk you like a cow. Milk you like a cow. Steal your clout tonight. Don't care about women and wine. Going to milk you tonight. Steal your clout tonight. Going to milk you tonight. Steal your clout tonight. Milk you tonight. I'm going to milk you night, milk you like a cow. Milk those laws for fun, steal your clout tonight. Chasing the clout tonight, chasing your clout. Steal your clout tonight, milk you like a cow. Milk you like a cow, milk you like a cow. Milk you like a cow. Milk you like a cow, milk you like a cow, milk you. I'm going to milk you like a cow, milk you. Milk you like a cow, milk you like a cow, milk you. Milk you. Going to milk you tonight, going to milk you tonight. Cloud chasing, cloud chasing. Milk you like a cow, milk you like a cow. Clout chasing. Milk you like a cow, going to milk you like milk you. Milk you. Milk you like a cow, going to steal your clout. Milk you like a cow, going to steal your clout. Milk you like a cow, steal your clout tonight. Don't care about women and wine, going to steal your clout. Don't care about women tonight, going to steal your clout. Going to steal your clout. Oh yeah, going to steal your clout. Going to steal your clout. Going to steal your clout. Don't care about women and wine, going to steal your clout. Going to steal your clout. Don't care about women tonight. Don't care about clout tonight. Don't care about queens tonight. All care about clout tonight. Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Lolcow Cloud Chasers. Sorry for the low energy. I'm a little bit daisy at the moment.
You're dizzy from the episode that's upcoming. It's blowing your mind, bro. Unlucky 13 right here.
I'm actually legitimately. I used to be paranoid of the number 13. I used to legitimately be paranoid of the number 13. I used to believe that if I ever got to the number 13, my life would go to hell. And well, wasn't too far off. But anyways, we got an exciting episode, and the title is not clickbait whatsoever. It is not clickbait. Wings legitimately burnt the bridge with Keemstar, or maybe Keemstar burnt the bridge with Wings. We're gonna find out tonight live. But before we do that, I think I need to introduce a lovely co-host of mine. His name is Mr. RJ from Game News USA. Say hello, everybody.
Y'all filthy animals doing tonight. So, let me set the table for what's going on, shall we? So, we all know Wings got fired from Keemstar, and there seemed to be a little bit of dispute over payment maybe happening, a little bit of breaking the NDA happening, a little a little bit of insecurity from the bald gnome himself. If you remember last week, we really showed that the bald gnome has these deep insecurities for sure, and will quite often waffle on his own decisions. And I just find it very interesting that it seems like Wings might not have really been fired. He might have more or less asked to be released. But either way, Keemstar is going to have to pay up the piper because he put that contract in place to pay Wings, whether he quit or got fired, his full month's pay and matching the best pay of their best month of the year. And so Keem is up shit's creek when it comes to this pay, especially considering Fat Camp, we all know, was a complete and total disaster. So that'll be interesting. We're also going to have a clip of Becky Boop going crazy on Keemstar in a back and forth that was, I think, epic as fuck. And so we got to analyze that too. But thanks for y'all being here. Hit the like button. And
hit the share button too.
Subscribe. We do this every week.
Don't forget to hit the share button. And also, one final thing too. We have a bonus clip if we can get to it. And you'll love the bonus clip because it'll add some more context to some people who got fired from the Lolcow universe. But I think we should go ahead and start.
Don't want the bonus clip. If you don't want the bonus clip, just spam us in the chat and keep us busy and derail the stream. We're always open to derailing around here.
Oh yeah, because unlike Keemstar, I don't lose my mind if we're off topic. Unlike Keemstar. Anyways, I think we should go ahead and start the first clip.
Big ups, Pimp. Let's go.
Big ups, Pimp.
Liquid Richard in the house. They got it in the theme song now. They got the push in the theme song.
Oh God, the Pikachu.
You know this is Brady making Super Bowl.
Say my name.
Brady was an asshole. He's funny.
Wings returned to YouTube. We gave you basically, there's three options that Jordy had. The first of which was come onto the show, apologize, take accountability, fix your shit, do it in an entertaining way, do it and make money. He said, nah, Pimp, pay me what you owe me, Pimp, I'm out. Pimp, I'm out of here, Pimp. The second option was to do what every YouTuber has done, already. Which is lay low for a while, work on it in the background, come back when you're better. Guess what he did instead? He waited 9 days, 10 days, went live 10 days later. That's the and then tried to downplay everything. You came back to try to tell the internet they were wrong. Guess how many times that's worked for a YouTuber ever? 0 times. You can't tell the internet that the internet's wrong. You dumb motherfucker. I'm so goddamn mad. Go ahead.
The internet's wrong.
Right off the bat. Right off the bat.
I got so much to say. You first.
So I'm going to make mine short. Boogie is right and he's wrong at the exact same time. Here's why he's right. When the internet sees something live like that, you can't just make up all sorts of stories. Well, Kelly tripped and gravity just so happened to be right there, and that's why her head bounced off the table like a damn basketball. But she's perfectly fine. And at the same time, you can tell the internet when it's wrong because it's happened multiple times. Because the internet is just people. It's a giant, massive connection of people. That's what it is. That's all it really is. It's people on the digital world. Go ahead.
Well, what I'm hung up on here is that it seems like to me, they really, really did want to even get rid of Wings. It sounded like to me, they wanted him to film his therapy and make it entertaining. And, you know, they don't give two shits about the morality of the situation of Kelly being pushed onto a table. Keemstar was trying to figure out how to monetize it. And because Wings didn't go along with it, he said, pay me out, Pimp. They're trying to figure out a way to now act like, for moral reasons, Wings has to be gone. It's like, motherfuckers, you didn't want him gone. Clearly, and you guys are going to see this in the clips, that Keemstar did not want Wings gone, that he was just trying to, oh, woe is me, you know, I'm such a moral guy, when you are the most immoral show on the fucking planet. Another thing, too, Boogie acts like, oh, if the internet says something, you know, it's true. You know, motherfucker, you of all people should know there have been things that have been said about you that aren't true, and you survive and exist anyway. You only have to care what the internet says about you if you let it care about you. The only one that can cancel you is yourself.
Amen. And so that's the funny thing about all of it. About all of that in general, I'm gonna set my phone up right here so I can keep an eye on the chat. In the meantime, like, that's the funny thing about all that is, like, he wants to talk about the internet being right and wrong and whatnot. At the end of the day, if we really want to talk about cancel culture and whatnot, cancel culture wasn't truly ever a thing. Accountability's always been a thing. The problem is people get power hungry. They go on power trips because humanity has a horrible fucking ego. And so when we think we're righteous in one situation, we think we'll be righteous in another situation, and in another situation, and it continues over and over and over again. There's a reason why there's so many.
Are you describing Keemstar?
I'm describing
Keemstar?
I'm describing every predator catcher there is, except for Chris Hansen or Skeeter Jean. Every one of them. Talk about how, okay, well, maybe Alex Rosen's gotten better over the years. I don't know. I don't watch his content. But
move on.
Hey, look, I don't watch him. I don't know him. Anyways, the biggest thing I want to say is that it's like those people, like, they act like this. Like, they're all cute and cuddly on the inside, but in reality, they're ugly and horrible looking on the inside. And that's what Boogie's saying that Wings is like. So, well, weren't you, Boogie, like, saying like 2 weeks ago that Wings was like your best fucking friend? Like, he was the guy you could depend on if you were down and out? Didn't he? Did he not say that? Or am I just misremembering something?
None of these people are really each other's friends. It's just total bullshit, man. This is all about getting money.
Okay, cool. So I'm not hallucinating when they said that. I was like, it kind of felt like I was hallucinating at one point. This whole thing made me go, did they say they were friends?
Well, truth of it is, I don't blame Wings for being like, you know what, pay me out, get me out of here. Because honestly, for a while there, they're trying to paint him like he's a domestic abuser, which maybe he is. We saw the footage, I guess. But the point is, they're painting him that way one day. Xylie's there crying, right? Keemstar's acting like, I swear Wings will never be back. And then you find out, no, Wings would have been back. All he had to do was film his therapy online. That's a great look, Keemstar. That's a great look. Since you actually care about the look of it, what a Nicholas Diorio thinks and stuff. You know what? Fully embrace fucking evil bald gnome ways instead of trying to act like you're also going to be a moral stuff. That you actually embrace being Jerry Springer. You actually embrace being Vince McMahon. Stop trying to hide behind any moral shield because you don't have one.
Yeah, that's what's funny, because like he talks about how much of a Christian he is and how he's helping lead people back to Christ. I'm like, no, you're not. No, the fuck you're not. You're not doing that. You're doing the actual opposite of it. I'm like, when people like him keep going on about how they're like the great good Christians, they're the good ones, they're like him, Melanie Mack, and fucking Quartering, and I could just go down the list of other lolcows that claim that they're these moral arbors of Christianity. I'm like, no, the fuck you're not. You're the opposite of this.
We went over this last week. Jaffe owned Keemstar with that sadist Satanist debate. Owned him, just totally owned him. Becky's been owning him over and over and over again. These back and forths And I never thought she would, but she owns him all the time in these back and forths. We're going to watch a clip later of Becky owning him in a back and forth, completely getting under his skin, bringing up the truth, and completely felting him that has an employer that he is responsible for a lot of these things. And he needs to stop trying to steal money back from his employees. If you don't like the fact that they get a percentage cut and he just won't make it simple and give them their fucking cut, then what you need to do is fire everyone, redo the contracts, and say you get paid X amount of dollars per month working X amount of time, and leave it at that.
If he doesn't like the hourly style wages, then yes, he needs to go to the manager style salary. That's the way I would have done the contract. Like, I'm gonna be honest, that's the way I would have done my contract.
I hate commission, bro.
Oh, I don't blame you. Yeah, real quick. I was gonna say that's the way I would have done it, was manager style salaries. You get paid a certain amount of money per week and you do a certain amount of work per week. That's it. No more, no less. You meet these demands,
Here's the problem.
then you get paid.
There's 3 different ways to pay out. Keemstar wanted incentive-based, the typical YouTube way of doing things. It's incentive-based. You're making your show good. People are donating. You have incentive to make money. Okay? That is the route he took, which would be fine if he would keep his fucking hands out of the coffers, where he's already getting 50% of the show's money. Why are you begging? Like, for example, we'll get to it later. I'm getting ahead of myself, but Becky, wanting $500 from her when you are a millionaire, like, shut the fuck up and sit down. When you're going to haggle over price of Wings getting let go, and Wings built the fucking show, essentially, and you're going to haggle the price with him on his exit pay that you already agreed to, or, when you're going to haggle with Tommy C when he was on his way out, or even threatened to bill Grace instead of pay her, and you're a millionaire, shut the fuck up, you big fucking lolcow. And I was gonna say the other 2 ways of paying. I got sidetracked. There was the managerial way, like salary. There was a salary way of paying him, which is what I would do. Be like, all right, Queens, you're getting $3,000 a month. And these are the dates you stream. You agree. You know what I mean? And Keemstar could just keep all the extra. He could be greedy and keep all the extra. And then the other way of doing it's hourly, which you won't do that. So.
No, that's not the way I would have done it. Not the way I would want to do it, I should say. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Now OBS just drops it. There we go. All right, now we go. Now it's picking back up. Fucking OBS.
Look at Rastov had to shave his head for Keem.
Fucking say the giant fucking line down the middle of his head.
It's the Hulk Hogan fucking haircut.
I just thought about that. It really is.
Yeah, no fucking other employer would make you do that. No employer would make you shave your fucking head except Keemstar has done it to 2 employees now.
Fucking, how the fuck is he getting away with that? I don't understand.
Honestly, if they all banded together and said, Keem, we don't need you, we'll just do our own shit, they'd make more money.
Yes, they would. They would be able to fucking make more money.
Keem could stream on his own and make money. Like, yeah, some of these people got their first exposure because of Lolcow, but now that they've been exposed, they could literally just go off of their own platform and keep more of the money they make. But they don't have balls.
Nope.
Except Wings, maybe.
At this point, it probably is Wings that is the only one to have balls. Well, let's continue.
Yeah.
Long story short, he's in a Rainbow Six lobby with people who he trusts. Wings' online friends, which he truly trusts, that are secretly recording him. Okay. And he's telling the online friend while he's playing Rainbow Six, Oh yeah, I'm done with that. I'm gonna get paid out 40 grand.
What? Again, what on what planet are you getting a payout of 40K? Not this reality, bitch.
So one, that's just not true. All right. But two, he's breaking the NDA. But three, you know, his online friends are not his online friends. Someone
Never were.
recorded him saying that, sent it directly to one of his detractors, right? And now we have him breaking the NDA and just airing out
Drake
like
King
finances,
Jamie
which he's not
super
supposed to
chatted
do.
20
That put us in like a horrible situation, because if anyone were to believe that number, then it's like now we're scamming him, right? It's just not true. So he clearly is in violation of the NDA that I signed, which has now happened like multiple times. Obviously, you know, the whole reason.
I think he tried to roll back on his.
Don't forget, by the way.
saying, "Oh,
Don't forget, by the way, he keeps saying,
could you
Keem,
beat
you
him?
broke the NDA. Keemstar broke the NDA. Keemstar broke the NDA. Explain to the audience, because you can't seem to explain to Jordy. Explain to the audience why that's a stupid thing to say.
I don't know how to explain this any more. I am the company. This is my private information that I can say whatever I want. It doesn't matter, right? If Boogie and Wings, the one that have signed the NDA with me, the company, they're the ones that can't leak shit. I can. I don't know where the disconnect is. Like, if you go to our Twitter right now, where I put out a tweet about him breaking NDA, there's like 50 responses. Well, Keem, you did too. I'm the company. Like, wait, I don't. Are we lost? And then there
Look how
was,
butthurt he is.
you know, grievous demise.
That face right there says it all. And then look at Buggy
Question
too.
for you, Tim.
Go
I
ahead.
got a question for you. So, if Wings said he's supposed to get paid $40,000 and that's a completely fake number, then how exactly did he break the NDA?
No.
Wouldn't he have broke the NDA if he's giving the accurate information that Keemstar doesn't want you to have? So if he's putting out a bullshit number that's nowhere close to reality, how did that break the NDA?
From a legal perspective, I'm not quite sure. Unless there's like a clause that, unless the clause in there specifically states you cannot talk about any dollar amount you make, I haven't really heard him actually break the NDA.
Keemstar's he's acting like, well, Wings leaked out just exactly how much he's supposed to get, which is against the NDA. Oh, he's not. Boogie's saying there's no way you're getting 40K. Well, if that's the case, why is he so butthurt? Like, oh, you leaked out the number. Make that make sense. Either he's lying about the number, or that's actually what he's getting paid. He broke the NDA. Pick a lane to criticize. Keem's criticizing this lane of it. Boogie's criticizing that lane of it. Like, no, you got to pick a lane on your criticism here. Either he put out the real number that he shouldn't have, which obviously it's not the real number, or you go with the Boogie criticism of they're not getting 40K, dumbass. You know what I mean?
I was gonna say, like Vince Nass said it right here. Let's get it right. Keemstar is a cult leader employer. I was a cult leader, not an employer. There's a big difference. Oh, you can be a cult leader and still be an employer. I'm just saying. Jim Jones.
Well, you know what's funny is
All you gotta say is Jim
if
Jones.
Keemstar would actually keep more money if he followed what I said about it would be a shitty thing to do, but if he actually followed my idea about fire them all and then rehire the ones you really, really want and redo the shows the way you really, really want and only pay him a salary, you could keep more of the percentage.
Yeah, now
I don't want to give Keemstar any ideas, but maybe I did.
Oh, knowing him, he'll probably just ignore that advice. Be like, oh, they're just clout chasing idiots. Why do I even care? Knowing him. I'm just saying, knowing him, that's exactly how he's like. Fucking idiot. Anyways, we should continue on with the clip.
is in the chat in the Discord, and he's like, "Well, Keem, I think you have to pay some fine for breaking the NDA." I'm the company, Grievous Demise. I don't understand the disconnect here. I don't get.
I think they're trolling you at this
Sign an
point.
agreement with yourself.
He threw out a random
Yes,
number
they're
to see if
trolling
he
you,
could
Keem.
trust
You
these
don't get
people, and
that.
that he actually has no idea what any of the numbers actually are.
Yeah.
So he tried to control it out.
He gets exposed. Wings gets exposed for
Also, most people don't
breaking
ask people to
NDA
sign
and all this
NDAs.
stuff. And he did a live stream today where
Unless it's like government work, or it's like you're in a highly specialized corporation, say like medication, stuff like that, where it would make sense to have an NDA because you wouldn't want doctors telling you, oh yeah, because if you mix these chemicals together, you can make cocaine. It's like you wouldn't want that information getting out.
But you know when rich people complain about something that other people don't have to deal with? That's what this sounds like. Oh my gosh, they're breaking my NDAs. How horrible. It's kind of like whenever, rich people complain, oh my gosh, my mansion didn't quite get its third fucking floor built in time.
Yeah, they didn't build my specially 24 karat gold fucking what is it, like pool that's like the size of the Titanic on my roof. They had to build it on the next to it, and so now I'm butthurt and I'm suing the contractors. It's like I'm gonna be so rich that they'll have to work for me.
But yeah, he's complaining about problems that most people don't have to deal with. And more importantly, most people aren't sympathetic to. No one's playing the world's smallest violin because people broke your fucking NDA, Keem.
So until I get broke how many times? And not only that, nobody gives a fuck about the NDA. Nobody here gives a fuck about.
You know what we are sympathetic to? They're sympathetic to people like Glammy, who you had married at your little fat camp. 2 weeks later, you fired her. They're sympathetic to that. They're sympathetic to you being a fucking douchebag. That's what they're sympathetic towards.
They're sympathetic towards Kelly because Kelly is coming more and more off like a actual domestic violence victim. With each time they go on the live stream, it seems like the situation's worse than last. And then on top of all of that, they're like, let's see what else. And on top of all of that, you fired Grace, left her at a hotel with no money and no way to get home. You fired Lynx for seemingly bullshit reasons. And to be honest, they are bullshit reasons. But I just feel like it just pulled something out of your ass.
Flynn's telling the truth in his comment. The thing is, Wings has been looking for a payout from day one almost. He's been like, hey, when's this show going to wrap up and I can get my severance pay? You know what I mean? He doesn't want to sit there and fucking go to Ghost Camp and do all these stunts and do all this bullshit that Keemstar's having him do now. He's out, pimp. He's out.
No, yeah, he's always been done. Like you could tell he was wanted to be done. He wanted to be done for a while now. He just wanted to move on. But Keemstar wouldn't let him move on.
Podcast. He wants a classic podcast where you show up like twice a week. And even Boogie says this at some point in a clip. He shows up like twice a week and they cover news for like an hour or 2 hours. And that's why on Twitter I suggested this. And nobody's really paying attention or listening. Tommy C did retweet it out, what I said. But I suggested Tommy C and Wings should work together and do an actual fucking podcast without the scripted bullshit and without all the fat camps and ghost camps and dumbass kid behind the camera scripted bullshit.
You mean Pedo behind the camera? Ooh. I can't wait for him to get butthurt. Can't wait for him to get butthurt and threaten to sue me too, like some other people have. Fucking idiots. I swear.
Talked about a bunch of stuff which we're going to review and we're going to respond to.
Oh yeah, here comes the
Yeah,
clips.
I'm trying to hold in my ire. I'm so mad at this guy right now. He really hurt my feelings today.
We'll explain because we talked.
Oh, he hurt my feelings. Wow.
Is because
From a
after his stream
river.
today, me and Boogie got on the phone with Wings and we had a big fight. It was me, Boogie, Wings, and Kelly, and the four of us got into one hell of a fight.
Look here, pimp. My forward momentum leaked the NDA.
Wings and Boogie got to such a heated fight that like Boogie
That's kind of funny. For a moment to leak the
This
NDA.
conversation would be way more productive without Boogie here. I've texted Jordy, I think, about a dozen times, had a private conversation with Kelly, who, by the way, I still feel sorry for you, Kelly, but you are pissing me off too, by the way, lady. And let me ask you, when I was going through the worst time in my YouTube career, Keemstar, how many times did you and I talk?
All right, so this is what Wings said on his stream earlier today.
And at the same
Keem was
time,
like,
I was
"Shut up,
trying to
Boogie,
put on
quit
a
making it
show.
about
So
yourself."
like in my head, I was like, okay, I just fucked up. But at the same time, I feel like the fuck up I did shouldn't have been a fuck up. And it really got in my head, and I just started like kind of crashing out and just like going off the rails with it. Trying to pick my words carefully here. And what ended up happening was like I had no intention did I ever want to hit anybody, right? Like when I was at the scale and I was supposed to do the weigh-in, because like there's people make a lot of assumptions, right? Because I remember somebody saying that, oh, he took his keys, his watch, and everything off because he knew what was about to happen. No, I took my keys, my watch, and everything off because I didn't want the extra weight for me to weigh, right? Because I wanted to be 404 like I was that morning in the cabin, right?
So I believe
And,
that.
like, they always want to weigh on camera at the end of the day after you drank water, you might have ate something, you might have to poop. There's all kinds of variables that go into it. I usually weigh myself for the first thing I get up and after the morning tinkle. That's usually how I do it. But that's the reason I took all my shit off, right? And I was just amped up. I had adrenaline going. And even when I went over to Keem and I like pointed at the camera, I wasn't wanting to fight him there either. But like my adrenaline was going. And what ended up happening was like when Keemstar stood up, like I kind of like got into his personal space a little bit and my belly bumped him because I got a big fat ass belly. And he put his arm out like this to make space. But in my head, it instantly went to like, oh, he just fucking pushed me. And I pushed him back and then nothing happened, right? Like he grabbed my throat. I reached over and grabbed his throat. It kind of just died right there, right? Because I didn't want to hit him. He didn't want to hit me. We went our separate ways, but I was still hot. I still had adrenaline pumping through me. You know, I mean, to the point where like my hands were shaking. You know, I kind of get the adrenaline stuff, and like, I went into the house to cool off. Other things happened, right? Other people kind of got loud with me and told me what I should do and what I shouldn't do and stuff in the house. And I'm like, whatever. So like, I started getting my stuff because like, okay, I just attacked the boss. I'm going home. So I went and grabbed my clippers, and they are clippers. They're not a gun or anything like that. They're clippers. Matter of fact, I could probably show you. No, the other person was not Kelly. Kelly was trying to calm me down almost the whole time.
No, you can go back to the footage and see that I did not shove him. He pushed me.
Pause this, Tim's.
And his
If I'm not mistaken, actually, he did shove him.
Let's go back. Let's open up a new tab real quick. Just put in Keemstar versus Wings and see the clip real quick, just for context, for the audience sake, and so we can see if what Wings is saying makes any sense.
Yeah, we're rolling up YouTube right now. Hey, it's nice
Wings
to
is
see.
100% making. But we're gonna look at this clip right now, real quick. This is impromptu. We're gonna see real quick just the fight between Keem and Wings.
Let's see. Which one will pull up the fight with this one? I think.
What are you doing?
You're crashing out.
I'm not crashing out. You're just making a lie up to make yourself look stronger. Here's a mistake that you made. You creating a lie sabotaging.
Why are you getting loud in my face?
Because I
Right there, we're.
Oh, that's
Okay,
first.
that kind of cuts it when you. No, that kind of cuts it though. It kind of. Yeah,
right here in the clip.
Let's get it to.
Because he has the full clip right here. This is just the intro to get people tantalized.
Yeah.
Right here. So here's the first time.
creating a lie sabotaging.
And you're even calling it a lie. You know?
It's a fucking lie.
You're even calling
Wings walks over there.
You're calling it a fucking
What
lie.
part of it's not a fucking
Wings is
lie?
the aggressor.
Tell me which part of it.
It's not a
Look
lie.
right
It was
there.
a setup.
That's not a setup.
And
It's a fucking lie.
why are you getting loud in my face?
Because I
Keemstar gets
fucking
up.
can't.
Dude, are you
Well, Wings walks towards him and bumps into him.
You better stop.
But wait, who put their hand up first? Rewind that real quick. Who put their hands up first?
That might have been Wings, actually. We're gonna bring the speed down.
slow-mo.
Yeah, half speed.
Part of it's not a fucking lie.
See, when they both stand up, Wings continues to move forward.
It's not a setup.
And
It's
why,
a fucking lie.
why are you getting loud in my face?
Because I fucking can.
Right there, he belly bumps him, and he pushes him first. And then Keemstar puts his hand up. Wow, Wings needs to rewatch the footage. Wings was the aggressor in the beginning, the middle, and at the end right there. Like even worse than I remembered it.
I totally had forgotten about that. I honestly thought I thought it was Keemstar that did the initial push. But no,
We
Keemstar.
gotta keep it 100 here. Like we don't.
No, Keemstar just threw his hand.
But
Keemstar threw his hand up. Just threw his hand up just to try to hold him back.
well, I thought maybe when Keemstar stood up from the couch, maybe they accidentally bumped, and then they started pushing. They both stood up, looking at each other, and then Wings continued to move forward and bumped into him, and then pushed him before Keem put his hand back up at Wings.
Yeah.
So Wings is wrong.
Damn. He can't get a win no matter what he does.
Yeah, Wings is wrong. Just
Since
thought
I
we
was
could play
being
that, so
pushed,
we had better
I
clarification.
put my hand on his throat to have one swing hand free in case it was going down. That's exactly what I did. You know? But anyhow.
I hear them basically talking trash, saying I dig deeper holes and stuff like that. So I'm going to go over there, and I did it in the wrong manner, right? I kind of like was walking fast because I was ill with them.
Oh,
And everybody took that as me going over there.
Walking fast.
And they
walking
started holding me
fast.
back and everything like that. So I started like I don't know if you guys know, but there was a guy in front of me. His name was Ken.
I'll be right back.
Big ass motherfucker. He's like
Walking
6'5", 250
fast,
pounds,
my
in the
ass.
military. And like if I want to get what I want to say in, I'm about to get past this dude.
He
So I
was
started,
charging.
pushing my shoulder down and pushing through Ken, and then everybody starts grabbing me. And once they start grabbing me, I'm trying to like shake him off, and you know what happened. Basically, I let my personal vendetta and rage get the best of me, and it put somebody I hurt, somebody I love, in a place they could get hurt, and I take full responsibility for that. Can I explain the slap video in the car? Well, calling it a slap is, I mean, I can see how you could call it a slap, but it's more the sound than the actual action.
All right, Tims, we got to open up. We got to pause and open up a second tab of him charging the stage because this is bullshit.
I'll say it's all right here in this one clip. He has the whole thing.
Yeah, if we want to do that. Let's see. Was he walking fast or was he charging the stage?
Well, bald ass fucking gnome.
Yeah, we'll watch it normal speed, and then we'll slow it down if we have to.
So now,
At any point, he could have stopped.
like, now they're confused as hell as what's happening.
What is going on? Keem's Beard Dye super chatted $19.99. Help me, this fat alcoholic keeps
Brantley's
putting
ass,
his
though.
dandruff beard.
Oh, Brennan has a nice ass.
Looks like we're live, yeah.
So where did it stop? So the part of the script, the boogie, Billy, no, not right now.
Yeah.
For real. Guys, I don't know where it ended at, but
It ended right there.
Boogie's showing the.
I got it right there.
Boogie's pulling up the live stream on his phone and he's showing the moment where the fight actually ended.
Yep.
Right.
Ended right there.
guys, that was.
They get behind the box.
Are
Good
we
job
sure
being
this-
staying on it, but
this
right
charging
there.
clips in here?
Hat flew off.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, because remember,
Yeah.
now Waves is right, because at this point he's off camera. He's in one of the other cabins talking.
You know, I thought it was overreacting. Like he'd put hands on me and be like, "Hey man, I don't like that."
I had a bad
Well,
feeling.
You're agitated, and like I'm like, "Please don't do that," right? And I asked him twice, and I thought I was overreacting. People in chat were calling me a pussy.
What's going on?
You should go and get that content in there. Just fucking shit.
Yeah.
You might as well. Now we can.
Oh yeah. So now Brantley doing No, I didn't even realize this, but Brantley's fucking spurging it on. Brantley was fucking spurging it on. Holy shit. I just had a mind-blowing fucking moment.
Zapruder film. This is like the Zapruder film. This is like watching the JFK assassination and analyzing it over and over again.
My mind's fucking blown for real. I didn't realize that Brantley was fucking talking shit and was doing. That explains why Kid Behind the Camera was filming. That fucking explains that entirely.
That is news to me, yeah.
Because if you go and listen back, you can hear her just barely off the mic behind the camera. If you look at the window, you can see it barely off to the side, looking right at Kid and telling him, go film the footage in the cabin. He's talking mad shit. That's what she said.
Well, where's that footage? I'd like to see that.
Yeah, it's on the camera because remember because Kid Behind the Camera also jumped on Wings along with Ken. They both tried to pull King Wings back, and Wings shook Kid off and threw him against the pole.
Let's see him charging the stage. Let's see if it was a fast walk or if he was charging and running through people.
That's when Keemstar sits down.
So like, are you serious? And then he started pushing me. I'm like, dude, I'm gonna swing. You keep doing that. And he
oh yeah, there's the cut right there.
Like that's where this came.
Retro Super Chatted $20.
And I kept saying, I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you. And then he wouldn't fucking. And then somehow it got broken up or whatever. He goes, I'm not bitch.
Now,
you think
you can hear Kelly asking Boogie, please no, please no, please don't, please don't. Yep. Now she's just calling his name. Oh, he is so charging.
He's charging.
Wings of domestic violence over here.
Alright, so clearly we just wanted to rewatch that to show Wings is bullshitting. We can go back to the main clip.
Yeah, Wings totally fucking lied the whole time. That was clearly lying. He fucking, wow. I can't believe I'm going to be taking Keemstar's side on this one. I can't believe this.
In fact, I actually believe, now that I've rewatched that clip enough times, even in real time, that he did know that was Kelly in front of him when he pushed.
Yeah,
he knew.
He had to have known. I feel like I just kind of real quick want to just go at halftime real quick.
Well, it's this little hitch that happens. You know what I mean? It's this little hitch that happens before the push. It makes
right here, because so here's
the last time we're watching this clip.
There's Keemstar getting up being a bitch. But now, yeah, see, he hooks him. He gets pushed.
He's behind him.
Whoa.
That little hitch before the push.
Let me see if I can stop it real quick. I want to show you. Not with him, because he hooks the left arm and he gets pushed off. That's why he gets slung like he does. Look at this. Watch Wings' mouth. In slow motion, what you just saw was Wings yell at Kelly, stop.
Yeah.
He knew for a fact it was her.
Flynn thinks this is scripted. Well, I'll tell you what.
If you think Wings being domestically violent is scripted,
if Wings is back on the show, then it's scripted. I will say that. If he's back on Lolcow Live at any point, especially tonight, for some reason, we know it's scripted.
Yep.
Even if the title says goodbye stream, then it's scripted.
Yep. I really think that domestic violence was not scripted. That was not scripted. That didn't look scripted at all.
Well, anyway, we should get back to the main clip. We
got so sidetracked.
Wings lied.
Give it 2 weeks. We'll see.
Yeah,
we were
give
in
it 2
Atlanta,
weeks.
And Kelly was driving at I just got done driving.
Oh yeah, this is the slap in the car,
whatever it might be, and I needed a break, and we were trying to make it from Myrtle Beach to Montgomery, Alabama in one go. So after about 6 hours, all right, I need a break. So Kelly took over right around Atlanta.
Do we need to go another clip for the slap?
You shy.
Shy, you a real one, man.
I love me some shy.
And,
I mean,
yeah, she does have her mom.
if I'm not mistaken, they played a clip.
And she
here.
gets heavy traffic. Anybody's ever been in traffic in Atlanta? Atlanta traffic's bad. It's not LA bad, but it's close, right? It's bad. You got, I hate to say this, but you got Hellcats going everywhere. Hellcats like the unofficial car of Atlanta.
They love their Dodges.
Yeah, they love the Dodgers over there in Atlanta. But regardless, we miss an exit, and we get dumped off into one of the ghettos of Atlanta, a ghetto called Bankhead. If anybody's not familiar with South Bankhead, is not a spot you want to be in, right? I mean,
I'll tell you, one thing that really annoys me is the over-explaining Wings does. Good Lord, do I need to know every detail?
What was the weather like at the time?
He's like, yeah, the weather was doing this. There was a tree close to the road. Bro, come on, brother.
For the record, Bankhead has a crime score of 7, which is about 3 points higher than the national average. So
it should be more like a 12.
Considerably. It's not like a 10. It's like downtown Chicago.
Oh, wait, you're familiar with the area, aren't you?
Yes, I'm very familiar. As the neighborhood I used to live in downtown Atlanta.
Speak to this. You can tell us about Bankhead. Tell us what's so bad about it.
That's a very much so gang-ridden area. I forget the name of the gang that is there, but they're the kind of people that don't like white people. That's the kind of gang they are. And if they see you and they don't want you there, you're dead. They will shoot you fucking dead. They will not care. It's happened before. I've been fortunate to not be a part of that body count, but there's some people who are friends of mine whose friends got to be a part of that body count. Wings is not wrong when he says it's a bad fucking area.
If we asked you to do an IRL stream in Bankhead, would you do it for us?
Fuck no, there's not enough money in this fucking world to make me even want to remotely step foot in that area. I don't even like stepping foot in fucking Hiram, and Hiram's a much safer place.
Would you, so let's say you were married, would you slap your wife over it?
I would knock her hand off the horn, yes. Because there's a good fucking chance one of them.
Wings.
Because here's the thing, there's a good fucking chance the person she was honking that horn at probably was a part of that gang, and was now looking to see who it was that was honking at him. Because that gun may or may not just come right out of nowhere and boom, 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 they're done. Just like that. It's happened it happens dozens of times a day. That's why I'm not mad at Wings for it now. Knowing that context makes a hell of a lot of sense why he was panicking like crazy, slapping down, doing everything he can, because I'd be doing the same fucking thing. I'd be panicking like hell. And I live here.
Hey, Flynn, I really wish we would have found out what the storyline in WWE would have been if Vince McMahon limo had exploded and they kept with that story. Unfortunately, it was like the next fucking night that Chris Benoit incident happened. And then they changed the story.
The story was going to be that Hornswoggle was going to take over and be the illegitimate leader of WWE. That was going to be the legitimate storyline.
You're fucking kidding me, right?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Kidding me, right?
I'm not kidding you. I am not fucking with you. That's why he was brought in as the illegitimate son. Because
story for another day.
Because it was going to be like a 3-way fight between the siblings on who got to run the company.
You know what? What if the Chris Benoit situation was a work?
I fucking wish. Then I'd finally. Oh,
that's terrible. That's we need to get back to the clip. We need to get back to the clip.
You know, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. You know, honestly, you know what? I'm not even gonna say what I was thinking. We're just gonna move on.
Right here at homes.com.
Let's move on.
But just to be clear, he's not wrong. It's a little bit dangerous. A little bit dangerous.
A little bit dangerous. Motherfuckers,
but a little bit dangerous.
Motherfucker, you get shot for no stupid reason.
And Kelly starts blaring on the horn. Somebody like literally like Kelly was at a red light, and somebody like moved in front of her, and she starts blowing the horn. I mean, she was just here. Maybe she'll explain what she was thinking about. And I'm like, Kelly, stop. And I tell her like 2 or 3 times. Like, you don't see how many times I tell her to stop.
If the man's genuinely in some sort of therapy, and he's taking anger.
No, I would say I wish he had fully played out the full clip, because I did find the one where someone else where they played out the clip. He states it like he said it 4 or 5 times before he slapped her arm.
Will you play the clip of the arm slap just so we can get context?
Yeah, let me. Matter of fact, it's actually on Breaking Banquet's channel. Oh no, wrong button. There we go. Click it right here. It's on his channel. Let's see. Oh, I thought it was.
The slap? Well, I mean, if you just find the slap video real quick somewhere, I don't care who has it. We don't need to scour through a big long video for it. It should be a small clip somewhere, right?
Yeah. Oh, let's see. If I don't just punch it in here.
Just put in wing slap Kelly. Wing slaps Kelly.
Ah, it's misspelling the hell out of it. What the fuck?
You doing okay there, bud?
No, not doing okay.
You doing okay?
No, not doing okay.
Wings of Redemption slaps wife. SALUTS. I mean, yeah, whatever.
Oh, here we go. It was Lolcow alert that had it. That's right.
All right.
That's my mother with my fucking tickles.
What the fuck are we seeing?
Happening, right?
Yeah, that.
Now you go.
No, there's a green light. It's green light.
Stop.
He wants.
Stop. Yep, there you go. Oh my god.
He was too aggressive with it, in my opinion.
So, the thing I will say about that. To get my phone set back up. And I was like, what the fuck is autocorrect doing? But let's see, if we go back, you look, see if we can, if it gives us the shot. You might have to start the clip back over from the start. Right there, that's the shot. There's no red light. There's no red light. Or it must have just turned green right as he was recording. It was still out in this area. I think I recognize that stretch of highway, actually. That might be bank. Let's see, let me check, make sure. I reckon if it's the highway I'm thinking of. I'm gonna move over the camera to you while I'm looking, if you want to continue giving your thoughts.
Yeah, I just think that Wings is trying to downplay everything that he did, and really, I just think he did everything really aggressively, and to act like that's the only times he's put hands on his wife on camera. No, sorry, I just don't buy it. He clearly has probably done this at home a lot. So, she's gonna leave him or not, their business.
On that area, I recognize that he is on the West Marietta Street Northwest. That's a highway heading towards I-20. So he was heading towards downtown traffic. So he's still.
Well, it's good that you know the area. You're actually around the area. You know it, so it's good to have that.
I should say I've been through that area. While I don't live there specifically, I have been through this area before. It's not a good area to be at because the stretch he was hitting.
I think
was heading right towards. You see that giant intersection right here? That's I-20 right there.
Yeah,
that's I-20 cutting through. That's where he was heading.
I don't know. You really think someone was going to pull out their pistol and shoot him just for honking a horn?
It happened. It's happened. Like I've drove past car crashes where that happened. Like I was told by an officer, like the guy honked the horn, so one of the passengers rolled the window down, popped him and 2 other people to go with it, and caused a nice 5-car pile up.
Overall point though that we're trying to make, and I think you correct me if I'm wrong if you don't agree, is we think Wings went overboard. Wings is trying to downplay things, and he was too aggressive on his wife in general.
I think personally, he's refusing to take accountability for his actions when he assaulted his wife, and he is kind of downplaying the slap. While I understand his panic, he, however, lied about how it happened. The thing, like he said, there was a red light, and that he said 4 or 5 times, when he only said 2 times and actually grabbed and pulled. He didn't just slap. He just knocked the hand off the steering wheel. He grabbed and pulled.
Well, and of course, we also saw what him and Keemstar, like we said, he was obviously the aggressor, you know. So yeah, I'm sorry, Wings is just coming off as just lying and downplaying everything.
Lying, manipulating, and downplaying. Yeah, we're gonna get back to it. We were at the 10:40 mark.
Yeah, play out the rest of this clip, and then we'll.
And he's taking anger management courses, which you can't get done in a short period of time. He's got a hell of a lot more to go. But maybe they'll teach you conflict resolution, because there's about 1,000,000 ways to resolve that with your wife that don't involve about 1,000,000 before slap your wife's hand away from the phone like she's a child about to reach for a stove, right? So the problem, I've said this, you said this, I think as well. The clip in isolation where he like slaps his wife off the wheel or whatever, not a great clip, but it's not like career ending, right? But you should never do that. There's so many better ways to have done that.
He still sees the car slapping video as a nothing burger. Before
it really is a nothing burger.
Like before Wings even pushed Kelly, pushed me, anything.
In conjunction with the rest of it's bad.
I recorded Wings and Kelly on the way to Fat Camp, and they were arguing and fighting. And I got so much footage. And at one point, it got ugly. Like he was telling everyone.
He told me at the beginning of Fat Camp, he's like, yeah, I was trying to vlog down here. The footage is entirely unusable. All they did was argue from the moment we left to the moment we got here.
Well, that's kind of what couples do, to be honest.
Rostov, right? After he pushes Kelly, after he pushes me, after he leaves, then Twiggy's bringing up the footage again that he has, and everyone's like, oh, now we want to see this. You know what I mean? Because we want to know if we're dealing with someone that's actually like does domestic violence. And so I think John went and grabbed the clip, edited it up so we could all watch it in the theater room, and we all saw it and we all had the same opinion. Yes, Kelly doesn't have a black eye. Yes, Kelly doesn't have a broken arm, but it's still laying hands on your wife.
Super chatted $20.27.
I feel like it
why
could
you
get
told
worse.
Wings to stay offline. He came back and got in positions to do stupid shit like this.
Yup.
So it wasn't like a malicious, like, let's fuck him over sort of thing. He was just like a, holy crap, this was bad. Like, here it is.
Yeah.
It's the same as when I told Keemstar about them fighting in the Airbnb in up in Buffalo, right? I told him about that just almost anecdotally, right? You're like, yeah, they got into a really bad fight this morning. I think Jordy might be in a bad mood, right? That's it. I don't think Twiggy was like trying to put the guy on blast or sell him out.
I was in this small space. The reason I got in front of Jordy is because I wanted to stop him, and the easiest way to stop.
Oh, so I thought you should give a little context to this. This is now Kelly telling her side of the story of what happened. And I wanted to acknowledge Flynn's comment where he goes, we all know people in relationships have their own way of telling loved ones no. It's not right what Wings did to Kelly, but it can be viewed as normal, but still wrong. I'm not justifying what Wings did. What I'm saying is I can understand, sympathizing in a sense, his panic and the moment of, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Because that particular, again, if you've never been in that area, you don't understand. It's bad. It really is bad. It's a bad fucking place to want to start beating your horn and yelling at people and cussing them out, because you will probably not make it out alive.
Also want to say that during the Wings live stream, he was complaining at Kelly a lot for talking to the mic, and he was a little more angry about her not talking in the mic. Even in this moment where it's his big online comeback, his anger issues, they're persistent.
Which really shows that he has a severe anger management problem. And oh yeah, one other thing, I get to take a victory lap on this one. Wings was on his medication when he assaulted Keemstar and his wife. He was on his medication. Yep. He had taken it the night before. Because Boogie actually was...
Keemstar doesn't get blamed for telling him to get off his meds.
No, Keemstar, well, I understand the reason why he told him to get off those meds, because he believed that medication was screwing with him mentally. Because he had been telling him off camera that it had been screwing with him. So he's like, well, if it's messing with you, if it's fucking you up, then you should get off of it. Bad advice from a friend standpoint, but understandable. Because that was what Wings was feeding him. He was going off of what Wings was feeding him. I don't know if it's played in this clip, but I know I've watched it elsewhere, and Eli Gaming admitted to me that I was right. Oh yeah, that's right. It happened on this live stream, but Baking Banquet didn't clip that part because it was late into the stream.
Okay, but to be clear, if it was up to you, let's just put this out there. If it was up to you, would you want Wings back on Lolcow Live?
No.
And see, that's funny, because this whole time, I feel like I've been hitting harder on Wings' aggression. I actually am in favor of bringing him to Lolcow Live. So, and the reason I do is simple. You got Boogie, you got Mike there, you got Keem there. You had Becky, who assaulted people there and done other things. It's like, well, either throw it all out or leave it all in. Wings is an integral part of the show. He should be in it. I'm just saying. What I don't like is Keemstar pretending like he's moral, but in reality, he would have accepted Wings back with certain conditions. That I don't like. I don't like hypocrisy.
Yeah, I don't agree with hypocrisy. Or what was it? And here's the other thing, too, is that if you do bring him back, what I would like to see then is Razloff stay where he's at and have him become the main host, the one that runs OBS and everything, and Wings and Keem. Wings and Boogie. I've enjoyed Razloff.
Flynn brings up a good point. You got to remember when Wings was known for destroying his controllers because he would rage from trolls. So this happening is not surprising. We watched at episode 4 of Lolcow Clout Chasers. We watched some of Wings' best rage out moments right here on this channel, and yeah, he got pretty fucking mad a lot.
Well, I'm not saying
an entertaining episode.
I don't know too many people who throw the remote controls that also beat their wives. I'm just saying.
I mean, what I'll say is this. What I'll say is this.
That broke you.
Acting that aggressive was behind him. You know what I mean? Like, I thought he wouldn't do that anymore.
Or at least it would.
Anyway, we better get back to the rest of this clip.
Or at least be toned down.
Man was for me to get in front of him because I knew this man was not going to hurt me. Okay, I just know it.
What?
So when I got in front of him, well, actually, I was.
Yeah, turns out you're wrong. Turns out you were fucking wrong.
This is why Kelly Wings, I know you're probably watching right now. This is why you listen to Keemstar. When Keemstar says stay offline, stay offline. Kelly said, word for word, the reason why I got in front of Jordy is because I knew he was not going to hurt me. And then, and like that whole thing is going to be clipped now.
Do I need to play the clip?
No.
Okay.
Like, you guys don't understand the.
I kind of felt like I should have had the clip ready and just played it right after she said that.
Talk about my personal finances, about Lolcow Live. No one's going to record me. No one's going to send it to one of my detractors. Like, you guys don't understand the internet at all. You're never going to. And this is why Wings has been a Lolcow for a fucking, like, since 2017, almost a decade. It's because he doesn't understand the internet. He doesn't. Anyhow,
I told him on the phone today the best advice that anyone could give him right now. And Jordy, if you're listening, let me reiterate, because I'm not screaming this time, so maybe you can hear it a little clearer. For the rest of your life, if you're in a public place, if you're alone at the grocery store with your wife in an aisle alone, presume every word you speak will be recorded and played back by Mr. YOLO Dick Swagger or all these other mother pieces of shit. That's how it is for the rest of your life. You just need to presume everything you say is going to be recorded and scrutinized forever.
Amen.
I can literally watch that clip and instantly see the meme. Instantly. I knew if I got in front of him, he wasn't going to hurt me, and then clip of her getting thrown on the table. Like, it's not simple.
That's exactly what it got posted up as too. Yep.
It did already?
Yeah, so I'm breaking it back with exactly how you just said it.
And I really scrolled by that clip too, but yeah, that's literally.
Now the second clip that we're going to it's just I don't know if you had the timestamp, but it's 53:40.
Yeah, I already set it up.
Cool.
Because this, if I'm not mistaken, this adds more context to the situation.
A little more of what they were thinking.
Yeah, this is on the because this was on. Yeah, because this is the live stream I was talking about where Keemstar brings up that he was still on his medication at the time that the incident went down, which proved my theory right.
We didn't have enough time to go through. We didn't have enough time to go through the entire live stream, which is why we opted for clips.
It's towards here.
Somewhere in this live stream. Also, somewhere in this live stream, Keemstar admitted that he took L after L after L, and he's really pissed off that he has to pay Wings the money he has to pay him.
And
so we were instantly proven right about last episode, Keemstar taking a bunch of L's for Fat Camp.
Yep. I'm going to bring it up slightly. I'm going to bring up the speed slightly because they do speak a little slow on this live stream.
I got
No. Normal speed.
And Wings in a good spot. And Callie did apologize to me, which I truly appreciate.
Yeah, but I ain't never getting no apology, and that's fine. But I will say before I do,
I got no apology. You no one cares about your feelings.
How many phone calls did you and I have once Destiny came on the stream and blew up my life because I lied about cancer?
We had quite a few.
Yeah, how many did I have with Mike? How many was Mike on the line? About half of them?
Yeah, maybe.
How many of them was Wings on the line?
0.
How many phone calls have we had with Jordy that I've been on the line? Almost all of them? Maybe all of them?
Yeah.
How many texts did Jordy send me? To my recollection, very few, possibly 0 during that period of time. Guess how many fucking texts I sent him? I sent him about a dozen, including a text chain I had with...
You didn't even give him a chance to guess.
I have done everything. And how many times have I defended him on the show? How many times have I defended him in private conversations? I've done everything I can to be that man's friend, and he does not fucking want it. Now, God damn it, I learned in therapy, when you give energy and it doesn't get returned, fuck them.
Necro super chatted $63.33.
Suffer, Boogie, suffer. No friendship
so
for you.
Badly. It's terrible. No way back from this. Rastov's head, I mean.
Fuck you, Necro.
Necro, we appreciate it. $100 dono. By the way, I removed the goal. That does not go towards the goal. I removed the goal.
Okay, good.
That does not go towards the goal.
What would it take for you to have him back, dude? Because like you said you don't want him back. Like, what would he have to do for you to accept him back if Keem was able to actually find a way?
Actually,
genuine way.
Actually, I have a pathway for him back, but he already ruined it. He's already burned every bridge.
They already said no when he proposed it to him, and then he burnt the bridge.
Yeah, like, dude, like we were on the
done.
Yeah, we were on the phone with him. I left Fat Camp. Okay, Fat Camp
Wings
is
quit on them.
All right.
They didn't
We
quit on
already
Wings.
multiple
Wings said,
times
"Fuck
we're gonna
y'all."
leave the door a crack open. Then we seen the slap thing. Now it's fully shut. Then, you know, he agreed to do anger management. So now the door is open a crack. You know, we've been back and forth multiple times. So I'm on the phone with them and the conversation was good. We were talking about, hey, if you're going to do.
By the way, this plays into the Becky thing, which will be clip 3 in a little bit, is Keemstar actually is reluctant to fire talent in some degrees because if they're actually moneymakers, because literally, why do you think Becky keeps being able to come back? He was willing to let Wings come back after domestic violence. He can't let go of certain talent. And that's why he's all butthurt. Also, if you go to the comment section of this video, every fucking comment, you could look at it right now if you wanted, Tim. Every fucking comment's like, bring Wings back. Wings should come back. We want Wings. All the fucking comments. Just look at a few of them.
Blake 316 goes, or Blake 316 is what I'm going to call that, goes, the fact that Boogie has the audacity to say Wings can't come back after all the stuff Boogie's done himself is hilarious. I am not even going to try to pronounce his name. Face it, without Wings, this is basically Keemstar and the Bootlicker show. Orange Chatter 1 goes, Wings is gone for good? Yeah, I'm out. We come here for the real Lolcows, not some randos you put to milk us for money. Chance Boy 2687. I'm going to read a couple more and then we'll get back to our statements.
Goes, all like this. I read like 200 comments that were like this.
There's over 495 comments. This one goes, Boogie kisses Keem's toes because he knows he's got what's waiting for him after the show fails. A dead and deader YouTube channel making a whole $6 a month. And you got Comrade Cody going, how is Boogie still the worst human being on the show when Wings pushed his wife over? Let's see.
Boogie catching strays in the comments too.
It's brutal. I'm going to read this one and then we'll move on. 40 45040. There we go. Got the name right. Goes. Keem doesn't even read the comments, so we're all just screaming into the void, because it's got to be in freaking caps for some reason. But Boogie is still the biggest bootlicker here, and he has the audacity to take the moral high ground after faking cancer, barely getting pushed with the small liar tattoo. And grooming is okay. I'm gonna stop real quick and say, you can't groom an adult. You can't groom an adult. That's not how that works. You can brainwash, but you cannot groom. Quit using the term incorrectly. It's like the people who call people.
He says, and to have this nobody Rastoff, who is the biggest yes man, also didn't Becky break NDA multiple times to expose the show? Why isn't she gone but Wings gets punished? Double standards are insane. The show fell off after the confirmed scripting and oblivious Lolcow Keem, who thinks he's above the rest. Amen comment, A+ comment right there.
B+. B+, because you used grooming incorrectly. It's not grooming.
That's true. B+.
It's not grooming.
But
you know what? One more because I ranted. Because I ranted, we gotta read one more. Because Keem, he can barely break the NDA when you literally talk about how much y'all make all the time. Also, an NDA cannot hold up when how much the show is made public information. It doesn't matter if you're a company or not. You make the information public, then it can be talked about. Fucking read what an NDA is and the rules behind them.
So I do think there's some takeaways from these comments. Wings is more popular than Boogie in the Lolcow universe.
Yeah, literally, you see it right there. Kissing toes. The fact he has the audacity after everything he's done. Let's see, what was the other one? What was the other one?
In fact, Wings is probably more popular than Keemstar is in the Lolcow universe. And I think it's because people see Wings has an extension of the fans from the aspect of somebody that can push back against Keemstar and somebody who can push back against Boogie kissing Keemstar's ass. And without that element of the show in there, the show folds. just does. It folds to a big degree. You know, now it's the kid behind the camera scripted fat camp, ghost camp bullshit. And I think there's a segment of fans that don't want that.
Well, like, I don't think it's fair to attack Razov either, because he's just coming into all of this. Because he himself was mostly just known for gaming stuff. Like, I went and looked at his channel.
He's a bump on a log on that show. If they're going to replace him with someone worth a damn, it's got to be Billy the Fridge. That's the only way to go, even if it kills Rewind.
I say I keep Razloff there and keep where they need to be on Rewind, because you got to have a show that's capable of rivaling the main show, because otherwise it plays the game of low tier, and lower tier.
If Rewind was so fucking good, why do we exist? Rewind's supposed to be the post-game show of fucking the Lolcow universe. They don't do a post-game show, the Lolcow universe. We analyze the Lolcow universe in a real way, not Rewind.
Fair enough. Well, with your...
There you go. I don't see them looking at the footage like we are, frame by frame, figuring out, did Wings lie about this? Having a real discussion among us, trying to figure out what's true, what's not true, what's scripted, what's not scripted, how we would handle things. They don't have these discussions on the show. They can't, because they're a part of the same universe.
That's fair. But then again, you can also
question Keem.
You can make that statement. Well, I might let's see. Well, I might also explain why Keem doesn't want Wings on, because Wings would push back. Wings would question. I mean, he did a lot.
That's usually true, but to an extent, Keem understands that Wings is important, and he wanted him back. But Wings was like, you know what, just pay me out, I'm done. Because they painted him as a domestic abuser. And I feel like he personally took offense to that, and that's not being said enough.
I mean, well, to be honest with you, what did he think was going to happen when he pushed his wife and said stop, and then started marching forward? What did he think was going to happen?
No, that's true. I feel like all the moral grandstanding that was done like the day after he left, when they were all in the theater room and Xylee and all the women were acting like they were battered housewives about the Wings situation, and Keemstar playing, you know, the moral high ground against Wings. I think that's the moment Wings is like, I'm never coming back to this fucking show. It's hard to be friends with people like that again.
I don't like being friends with those kind of fucking people all. Like, to be honest, I've talked about part of my relationship here, so I want to give a little more to it. Not everything, but a little more to it. Like, after my breakup, one of my dearest, or used to be one of my dearest friends from a church I used to go to, like, I used to help her back when her father was abusing her and trying to help her get out of that situation. Well, she had moved a couple years after I left the church. And she's now living in a better state. She's taking great care of herself, to my knowledge. She hit me up because she saw my Facebook post about breaking up with her and saying I was going to take some time off the internet and take care of myself because I needed to. Well, she, for whatever reason, like the next fucking week, went on this massive tirade to one of my other friends, and the only reason why I know is because they sent me the screenshots, where she was claiming that I was this domestic abuser, that I wanted to beat my girlfriend all the time, that I wanted to do this and I wanted to do that, when there was no proof of this whatsoever. And I was like, what a fucking morally backstabbing bitch. Because like the previous text was, no matter what you did or you're going to do, I will have your back and I will help you all the way through. The same you did with me when my father abused me. And I was like, well, I appreciate that. So I don't blame Wings on the fuck that.
You're being called Chud Logic.
That sounds like Chud Logic there. I mean, actually, I'll take that as a compliment, considering he's been on massive wins lately. I know a little bit about his story. I know a little bit.
All right, Chud. Play the clip, Chud. Let's move on. Play that clip, Chud, Mr. Logic.
Management type stuff to get better, that has to be content. The audience must see it. If you're going to push somebody in front of 7,000 people, then you're going to fix yourself and get better in front of 7,000 people. All right? Yeah. That's part of it. And it seemed like he was okay with it, right? But then me and Boogie voiced a concern that we had, something that eats at us. We do these live events. Wings goes home early. We make the bulk of the money, all right? And we get screwed over because a big portion of that gets paid out to Wings, right?
That's what it's
about.
about.
And so we were bringing up these concerns,
That's
and
why
they
Wings is
just
gone.
lost their mind.
That's the truth.
Fucking just, you're greedy, you piece of shit. So then I lost my mind, and that closed the door fully.
Yep.
You know?
It's Keem trying to claw the money back.
Which sucks because, again, in every private conversation I've had up until today, and you won't hear me say it again, I said, I still think there's possibly a way if it gets better one day, maybe one day, maybe one day. Done with that, done with that, done with that. No, done, fucking done, fucking done. You don't want my help. I don't want to give it to you. We agree on that. We don't agree on a lot of things, like whether or not it's okay to slap your wife's hand when she's driving, or whether or not you can fucking shove people around. We don't agree on that, but one thing we do agree on, you don't want my friendship, and I don't want to give it to you anymore. You don't want my help, and I don't want to fucking provide it. We're good.
To answer your question, could I get
again, it's funny with Boogie and the moral grandstanding when this fucker lied about cancer.
Well,
and scam people.
Boogie, it's all about he makes it about himself, and it's his shortcoming of a personal friendship with Wings. For Keem, it's all about the money. It's all about, hey, we were at this live event. You weren't here for most of the time we made the money. Why we got to split it with you? And Wings was like, you know what? Just the whole thing. I'm tired of this. Cash me out. You know what I mean? That's what it comes down to. So.
Let's see. Finn goes, I was talking about what RJ was saying, but I'll go with Tim's just to. He was talking about you being Chud Logic.
I'm Chud Logic. I don't know enough about Chud Logic to know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Both. He's like Keemstar. He's had a history of getting stories wrong and getting stories right. But unlike Keemstar, he plays more into saying allegedly a lot because he almost got sued one time for getting a story wrong. That's the knowledge I know about him. So, like, basically, you're right or wrong. But the way he, like, literally how I did it earlier with the girlfriend is actually how he does it. Like, he'll go, so basically, not to give the full context or tell the full story yet before we watch the clip, but the basic story is, from my logic, from my understanding, is that we have this situation where Keemstar, that's literally how he speaks and how he acts. Live on air. This is fucking bananas, man. This is fucking bananas. It's insane, the logic. That's where I got the insane from, because he won't just say insane, he'll say insane. Like, he'll drag out the word. He drags out.
I think on this clip, I think just another minute or so, and I think it'll tie that clip up.
Yeah, pretty much so. But that's I want to stop real quick so you could understand who he was talking about. I saw that.
Yeah.
I just looked down and saw that.
On this show? Yes. Could I get people to forgive him and redeem him? Yes. Could the show still be successful with Wings? Yes. All right.
Would the show still be successful with Wings?
Do I have to do? Way more than Wings. Way more than Wings, because Wings doesn't listen. I would have to fight with him every single day. No, you didn't listen to me again. Nope, you didn't listen to me again. No, you have to do it this way. No, you have to do it this way. Then I have to go to a live event and then risk my wealth, everything, right? Making a dangerous situation with a person who we know is violent, right?
Octoling super chatted $20. Context for the people that don't know. Wings had to leave the camping trip early too.
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys understand, to bring Wings back, Keemstar has to do this much stuff, all right? Wings would have to do this much stuff to bring Wings back. Keemstar has to do this to bring.
Disagree.
I'm tired of Keemstar running this narrative that he has to do so much more than everyone else. Well, you do take the bulk of the fucking money to start with. And also, if you don't want to put up with people disagreeing with you, Keem, there's something you could have done this whole time called stream solo. You could keep all the money. You don't have to deal with anybody disagreeing with you, and you could do whatever the fuck you want. Why do you need to be surrounded by yes men? Stream solo or stream with Brantley. Why not? Because every time you stream with Brantley, it's fucking boring.
Boring.
Because you cannot relate to the common man. You and your fucking prissy ass girlfriend, who's a fake wife, gonna sit up there and tell us about your multi-millionaire problems and your, oh, I couldn't get my ski resort booked. Your fucking viewers that maybe have a spare $10 to give you don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about that.
Nope. Not a single fuck. Not a single flying fuck about it. Nobody cares. Like like to be honest with you.
Are you so insecure you can't stream yourself? Why are you so insecure you can't stream yourself? I could stream solo. Why can't you stream solo? Tim's can stream solo. Why can't you do it? Are you that fucking worried that you would fall flat on your fucking face and have no viewers by your standard? Are you? Do you need Boogie 2988 to hold your fucking hand as you do a live stream? Is that what I'm hearing? Do you need Wings of Redemption to hold your other hand, but you want to still be the big bad man who made all the decisions and who made sure that they got the show off without a hitch? Yet you need all these motherfucking people right alongside of you. You need fucking editors. You need all these shows. You need all this hubbub. You need Drama Alert to push it out for you, your other company, because you can't do solo streams.
Nope, you can't fucking do it. He straight up can't fucking do it. And like, my biggest thing about that, in general, I want to make sure I got this.
Yeah, let's bring up.
No, I don't want that. Fuck you, shared copy.
No, we're gonna go to the Becky clip.
But no, that was not the bonus clip that we have in mind for you guys. Even though it says it right there. No, it's supposed to copy something else over, but that's fine. I'll fix it in a moment.
Yeah, that Becky clips, the Becky Keem stuff is great. But let's tie up the Wings Keem thing
right here.
So it's
let's tie that up in a bow.
Seems like a sweet deal to me, man. I don't know.
Right? And he said, no, pay me what you owe me, Pam. You greedy pimp. I'm done, pimp.
It's just like no, Wings is fully fired, right? He's gone, right? So he gets his last check and he gets a severance. He gets this much. Keemstar gets nothing. This is how much I make.
You get nothing, you like it, bitch.
You know what I mean?
I see why you joke about wanting to sit on an island.
Enjoy your fat camp.
Wait. God, can I look? No. I kind of want to play the Family Guy clip where Patrick Stewart, like when they were at McDonald's, and Stewie's like, "What do you want?" "I want this." And Patrick Stewart looks at him and he goes, "You'll get nothing and you'll like it." That's exactly what I was thinking. It's that Family Guy clip. "You'll get nothing and you'll like it." That's exactly what I was fucking thinking.
You get nothing. You get nothing for all the hard work you put into Fat Camp. You get nothing, Keem. Nothing to add to your fucking investments.
No, wait. Willy Wonka. So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Should have put on a better show for the audience. They would have donated more, dipshit.
Oh, yeah, that's
Should have got $400 wireless microphones so they could hear you and the talent, you fucking dipshit. Should have had activities planned and actually done a fucking fat camp where they were trying to lose weight and actually do activities, you dipshit.
Instead of a shotgun microphone with no wind cap on it, which would have protected from the wind constantly blowing against it, because that's what I want to hear is the sound of wind blowing, as I can barely hear you talking about how you're going to shoot people with a paintball gun. Oh, yeah, real fucking smart.
Oh, that's nothing. I thought this was fat camp, not drunk camp. You know, drinking fucking beer is a good way to lose weight, right?
I know, right? It was Alcohol's Anonymous camp. No wonder why Grace was.
Eat pizza is not a way to lose weight.
Yes, it is. Didn't you know that eating pizza, only pizza every single day, will cause you to lose more weight than actually eating fruits and vegetables and properly dieting and exercising?
We were told it was fat camp.
What's funny is we said last week we were never going to talk about fat camp again. We're right back to talking about fat camp.
If I went to fat camp, I'd walk out looking like Billy the fucking Fridge.
If I went there, I would look no different than I am now. Maybe slightly buffer arms. That's about it. From having to push Keemstar over because he's fucking easy as hell. And then I gotta lie about it on my live stream.
My quick final thoughts on the Wings thing. All right, Wings lied. Wings was the aggressor. But you know what? They're a fucking shit show full of morons and people that have done bad shit. Let him back on the show. But he doesn't want to be back on the show. So pay him the fuck out and let's move on. And hopefully you make better content somehow. Good luck to you.
Good luck on that one, mate.
Here's your thoughts on the Wings before we move on to Becky.
My final thoughts on the whole thing? I'll make it short and sweet. As far as I'm concerned, I don't want Wings back on the show because I think right now he sucks as a content creator. He needs to get better. I despise Keemstar. Razloff is awesome. And Boogie is a bootlicking son of a bitch. That's it.
You see what just happened here? And you disagreed whether Wings should be back on the show or not. You think that's how Keemstar would want things to run? Or does he want a bunch of yes men?
All he's surrounded by is a bunch of fucking yes men bootlicking sons of bitches.
By the way, Wings of Redemption, if you would like to come on this show, we will gladly have you as a guest. So
hit us up.
Have you?
As a matter of fact, hit us up on Twitter. Like right there, that's our account right there. Hit us up on Twitter. Or email us in the email description of the YouTube channel. I'll be more than happy to help you get on the show. But in the meantime, let's move on to the third and final clip, which is, oh boy, I gotta deal with Becky again. But at least why is this round one? So I don't have to deal with any weird ass fucking intros.
Dude, I'm telling you, go at least 4 minutes before we interrupt it, and then we'll talk, and then we'll do the other 4 minutes or whatever.
Can you please
this
stop
clip
lying?
Is so fucking entertaining.
It always starts off when you stop lying, and what the fuck is this?
That's how he started the call, by the way.
Oh, that's how he started the call.
Had a conversation. We said, you go do solo streams when everyone's driving back from Fat Camp. If you make the $10,000, right, you can be paid for the full month. You didn't make anywhere close to that.
You also said if I stream like 6 hours and this and that, it would be covered. And Lolcow Live is probably going to pay for Fat Camp anyway.
Wow, I didn't even know that fucking deal. Look at there.
Well, that's what I'm saying, Tina. There's a lot of fucking stuff that goes
this is what we said to her. This is exactly what we said to her, word for word, that she's now misrepresenting and lying about, right? We said, hey, you can do long streams because no one's live, right? We're all driving back from Fat Camp. You could do 6-hour streams. you in these long streams, you could make like potentially the 10 grand that you were slacking for missing half the month. She didn't come anywhere close. She decided to go on with Jaffe and start bashing the company.
No, I was having a conversation
And she
with him.
got
The
no
problem
support.
is that you are so sensitive. You take everything as bashing you, when in reality, people are just having adult business conversations or intellectual conversations. I'm sorry you don't appreciate those.
Yeah, but you're lying to everyone saying Keem already agreed to pay me out for the full month when I was there halfway. No, we didn't.
And we absolutely did, because if we didn't, Keem, I wouldn't have started working this fucking month. I wouldn't
We
have.
dangled a carrot in front of your head saying, if you do hit the prize, we will pay you out for the full month.
Keem.
And you did not hit that
I
goal.
told you, I allow you to fuck with a lot of things with me, but the one thing you do not fuck with me is money. And this is now the second time that you have promised something.
My money, bitch. At what point do you think? At what point do you think that only your money matters? What about my money? What about my show? What about all the fucking shit that you constantly say on a daily basis negative against my company? All these false allegations. How many times have you fucked with money, Becky? You want to talk about money, motherfucker? But I have the sense to look at longevity, unlike you.
No, you really.
That's the difference between me and you.
You have no idea
False allegations.
He means. Probably
False allegations.
What sadist was either.
Yeah, if you knew what longevity was, then
if you knew what longevity was.
No, because I have more longevity knowing how to wipe my own fucking ass than I will ever have making money on this
I
show,
have
because
more
you
longevity in this industry than anybody fucking here. You sound like fucking Tommy C. Tommy C thought that he was more successful than me because he's been running the same fucking dead-end show for fucking a decade.
I don't think
the longevity of a show doesn't mean it's success. It's how many views it has.
Oh my God, is he fucking serious?
The culture. That's what makes it a success.
Is he fucking serious?
I do a project until I'm good with it, and then I move on to the next project.
We can stop
Well,
here
funny,
and talk
I
about what
work
we
the
heard.
same way.
Is he fucking serious? Is he really saying? Is he seriously saying he's more successful? He's the most successful YouTuber and the longest running. 1 second.
Yes, he is.
I'll be right back. You go ahead.
Oh yeah, I got a lot to say about what we heard.
Real quick.
So first of all, you see, Becky's got him fucking wrapped around her finger, and Keemstar would have fired her a long time ago if Keemstar didn't need Becky for Lolcow Queens. That's obvious. And we saw at Fat Camp, Tina struggled to get donations without Becky.
Oh my God, she was annoying as fuck.
Becky is a draw. Becky is a draw. Keemstar made Becky leave early. Then Keemstar wants to take his money back from Becky after the fact. And it's like, you are greedy, man. Are you struggling money-wise more than we realize? Because, Keem, what is going on, bro? You're acting like Review Tech USA when he was asking you for $40 to make it to next month. You're sitting here asking Becky. You're begging Becky for her money back. What are you doing? It makes you look like a fucking punk bitch.
You recognize that name on there? You recognize him?
I can't see it.
Let me get it in
I can't see the screen. PewDiePie.
Look how long his channel's been around, real quick. Look at that date right there.
Yeah, this is a team crash out happening, Flynn.
2010, right?
2010.
110 million subscribers. That's all I gotta say. Most longevity.
By the way, Keemstar's main channel, Drama Alert, is 5 million subs, and he doesn't really upload on it anymore.
And he barely even uploads on his channel these days. And look at those views. Look at them views right there. 800.
Look at
2.3. 2.3, 1.2, 3.8, 2.9, 1.8. Like the video 7 days ago. 806,000. It's only been 7 days since it's been uploaded. Let me go to somebody else that uploads every day. Real quick.
Also, Keemstar wants to act like he wants to act like he's the greatest ever. Mr. Beast does like 100 times more than Keemstar would view-wise. I don't think Mr. Beast is the greatest YouTuber of all time. That's subjective, but objectively, views-wise, he is. But for Keemstar to throw around his weight, like, look at the views I've got, look at the uploads I've got, look at the years of success I've had. And Becky is just somebody that's resurfaced recently. How fucking insecure are you?
Right there. One of the greatest YouTubers of all time. He made a fucking movie. I hadn't heard Keemstar make a fucking movie. Markiplier has. And he's done 2 video games with YouTube directly. Like you can play on the platform right now.
Keemstar had a music video, Dollar in the Woods.
Slender Man, Markiplier. Way before then.
Well, of course, it's no surprise. As soon as Keemstar could make a music video, it was about trying to find money in the woods. Just saying.
Oh, is that right there? An indie game that barely anyone knew about is now getting a movie. And all done on Markiplier's dime. Not an independent studio, not anything. His fucking dime.
Should Becky just get paid the full month like she's normally promised anyway? Or should she have to jump through hoops and hurdles to make the money back?
She should get paid what she's fucking owed and then some.
On. Keep going. But why is it that, oh, look, you brought her back. You could have fired her and paid her out. You brought her back. You brought her down to fat camp, and then you sent her home.
It's like, you shaved her fucking head. Sorry, I hit the microphone. You shaved her fucking head. Like, one giant strip down the line. Then did that fucking stupid picture with her. And laughing about it. And then she has to crash out. You send her home. And then you want to talk about how she was perfectly fine. She could get home, even though she didn't really have the money to get home. And then...
and just to be clear, this is a Keemstar crash out. Becky's not crashing out here. She's making Keemstar crash out because Keemstar is... this ties back into the wing situation. Keemstar really is upset about the money right now. He's really salty.
That's the thing. That's probably the whole big thing about this, is that it's not actually about morality. It's about the fact he's losing money. He's losing a lot of fucking money. And he's talking about, I'm this big successful YouTuber, this and that and the other. Motherfucker, I just filtered your ass just by pulling up Markiplier. I didn't have to pull up PewDiePie. You didn't have to bring up Mr. Beast. Markiplier right there. More subscribers than you, more loved, has done more work, more charity work than you've ever fucking done in your entire life. And he's agnostic. And he's done more Christian work than you have in your entire fucking career. This man's more like the man after God's own heart, even though he doesn't really believe in God. Explain that one to me, Keemstar. Come on, I want to hear this. I want to hear this excuse. Well, no, let me guess, it's because you couldn't afford it. Because you spent too much money on Fat Camp. Is that what it is?
Now, not to, you know what? I have spent the better part of the last 2 episodes bashing Keemstar. Let me say a positive thing about Keemstar.
Oh God, here we go.
I'm going to say a positive thing about Keemstar. And this is why he's also invited to come on our show, Lolcow Clout Chasers, an original name that only we could have come up with and not him. This is the positive thing that I'll have to say about Keem. You know, he did invent this Lolcow universe, and that was creative. And he has done creative things on the show, and he has done great things for the show. And like it or not, even though I don't always watch every show all the time, I'm still somewhat plugged into the Lolcow universe and watching at least a few shows a week. For that, for the entertainment perspective, give him a round of applause. I'm not even being sarcastic. Round of applause for the entertainment of it.
I was trying to
we wouldn't be here.
There you go. I thought I had the code clap. I don't have access to it yet. I gotta resubscribe to Nitro, but anyways.
Flynn, the hot sauce with Becky. See, here's the thing, and this is a thing going forward about this show, Lolcow Clout Chasers. I used to watch more of Lolcow Live and more of Lolcow Queens, like a few months ago, or even a few weeks ago before Fat Camp. Since Fat Camp happened and since Wings is gone, I've already watched less. So I have to look for the content a little more. So I don't even know about the hot sauce incident, to be completely honest.
Oh God! Of course, she's gonna be back next week, because as much as I despise Keemstar, I despise her as well, because she fucking went with the whole storyline of falsely accusing somebody of rape. Like, I was talking to a couple guys who just recently joined the Discord server, which, if you have not joined the server, what are you doing? Join the Discord server. I'll link it below. I was talking about to a couple of guys, and they brought up the fact that, like, she lied about rape. Straight up just lied about rape. And we're all just supposed to be okay with that. Like, no, that's not okay.
And Keemstar even brought up false allegations in that back and forth right there, but he didn't stay on the subject.
No, he did not. No, he just bounced and left.
Well, Becky cleverly did not stay on the subject either, because that would be a L for her. But he kept crashing out. Now they're having this back and forth. And boy, let's go back to this clip, because it is so fucking good, man.
I can't go over that fucking pink hair she's got going on. It's weird as fuck.
All right, well, are you at the end of your ropes? You ready to walk?
You're really
I'm getting sick of it.
Keem. You're really
I'm supposed to be taking.
Because I
I'm
can
supposed
tell you
to be taking a night off, and I'm getting hit up left and right.
Nobody asked
Becky's
you to
doing
come
this.
here.
She's talking to this.
Nobody
She's lying
asked you to
about
come
this.
here. You
She's
just
once
can't
again telling
stay
everyone she's
away.
playing a character.
Nobody
This is
asked
a
you to
really
come
good
here.
character that you're playing,
Why don't you
where
call
you
me a-
stub your toe and you say, "Oh, it's
Why don't you
Keem's
call
fault
me
and
a
the
good
company's
girl
fault,
again,
and the
Keem?
company is completely fucking me over."
Why don't
Great
you call
character.
me a good girl again, Keem? Why don't you call me a good girl again?
Such a great fucking character.
Call me a good girl again. You did it yesterday. What? Now you don't want to?
Oh,
you did it yesterday, right when you were here.
Tina's perfect in this
you
one.
weren't here. You missed that part.
He called her a good girl.
Scored.
Oh my God.
Fans are even getting sick of this bullshit.
No, you're
Bro,
not
I've told you a
now.
million times.
Oh,
Me
Fuck it.
five.
I was eating.
To be left by the fans.
I didn't want to think about
Go out of my way to
fucking
give
Becky
you
and
advice.
Keemstar like that.
Liked by the fans, liked by the other hosts, liked by everyone.
Do you know
But
what
then you
Keem's
push this
advice?
narrative. The only reason why everyone hates me is because Keem wants it
No,
this
do you
way.
know what do you know what Keem's brilliant advice was for today? If I want to be liked by the fans, then I should pay the damages with Tina instead of Keem reaching into his own fucking pocket.
Yes.
I'm not responsible
I
for
thot it was pretty
security
good.
deposit.
Let me pitch this to Tina.
Keem, you
Oh, what the fuck?
$2,000 out of my fucking pocket.
Let me pitch
What the fuck?
For a second,
Are you actually legitimate?
What in the fuck?
She was forced with Tina to drink a full bottle of hot sauce, and she was paid for it. Was talked about with Tina. Thought she lied about that too. Man, that's fucking. Keemstar just wants a person, like, he wants yes men, but he also wants people that will do disturbing, fucking degrading, like, punishments for his self-satisfaction, which goes all the way back to the sadistic comment that David Jaffe talked about last week, because David Jaffe, who's somewhat new to the Lolcow universe, doesn't understand what Keemstar is doing. He's like, well, either this is just for business, like a P.T. Barnum situation, or is it because for Keemstar's personal pleasure? Truth is, it's both. He's literally Vince McMahon, but younger. Tim's, got anything to add?
Yeah, I was resetting the microphone so I can, like, reach my head, not smack it every 5 seconds, because people don't need to hear me smacking the microphone. Younger Vince McMahon. Yeah, you know what? I have to agree with that. Because I was going to debate that, but let's see. No, really, he actually more reminds me of Vince Russo. He really reminds me of Vince Russo and how much of a piece of fucking shit.
So if you think about it, WWE, of course, you know, they have promos and whatnot, and they have in-ring action. Jerry Springer, you have shit talk and you have fighting. So all this shit talk that they do online, whenever they do these live events, you shouldn't be surprised there's some fighting involved. Happens in WWE, happens in Springer, happens in Lolcow Live. These are all three different instances, sort of the same mindset of trash TV entertainment. And I say that knowing full well that I've been a fan of WWE in the Attitude Era. I was a fan of Jerry Springer, and I'm a fan of Lolcow Live. So I understand that I guess I'm the target audience for this trailer park trash TV stuff. But, you know, so Keem is right up there with like Jerry Springer and Vince McMahon with what he's doing, the current iteration. So I'm glad to see something like that on TV again. But that's why it also is irritating when Keem wants to play the moral commentary community high ground on things. Like, nah, shut the fuck up, bro. And then to sit there and have Becky do stunts like drink a full bottle of hot sauce, to have her fucking, oh, let's pay for the deposit on the fucking damages. It's like, no, Keem, you're taking on the role of boss, not partner. You're responsible for that, buddy. And you shouldn't be able to take her money. Go fuck yourself on that.
Also, I disagree with wrestling. The only thing I disagree with that is wrestling being trailer park trash. I totally disagree with that for obvious reasons.
No, the Attitude Era had trailer park trash elements to the storylines and to the characters, like Godfather bringing out the hose and Goldust doing like homophobic stuff that we thought was funny back in the day, or Val Venus, you know what I mean? Like, just the Attitude Era would have some of that Vince Russo style booking, and I loved it.
Well, the only reason I worked is because you had old timers there like Pat Patterson and Jerry Briscoe, who knew how to take Vince Russo's retarded thoughts, and also, as much as I hate to say it because I really hate that motherfucker, Jim Cornette knew how to take his trailer park trash and make it into wrestling and make it entertaining.
Well, hold on a minute. I know it's a side tangent. We won't spend too long on it. So we know the golden era of wrestling was like 1985 to 1993. The new generation was 94 to 97. Attitude Era from 97 to 01. The Ruthless Aggression Era from like 2002 to 2013. PG Era after that, and Reality Era after that.
This is currently Reality Era.
What's your favorite era of wrestling, just for context? Mine's the Attitude Era.
Mine, honestly, it's a split between the new generation and the golden era, rolling right into the Attitude.
Okay, so you like that classic stuff. Yeah. You actually might view the Attitude Era as somewhat being negative for wrestling.
It was somewhat. And here's why, real quick.
I totally disagree, but that's fine. You go ahead.
Here's why. Coming again from old time wrestling, seeing how a lot of characters, especially for the women, were like extremely degraded. And the other thing I hated was like the more extreme satanic stuff with the Undertaker and Kane and whatnot. At first, it was great, but when it got to like actually murdering people on camera, I was like, oh, okay, we're going a little too far with this.
Loved it. I love the Triple H and Katie Vick stuff.
That was fucked.
Kane and the Undertaker being brothers. Dude, I love.
Now the Kane and the Undertaker brothers stuff was awesome.
Now, dude, now you're younger than me, but I was alive when this happened. I was like 8 years old and shit, and seeing this stuff when I got into Attitude Era, this shit was fucking great. And like, I watched South Park and I was getting into anime and stuff. Stone Cold was fucking awesome. The Rock, you know, Mankind getting thrown off the cell. Everything you just said was like fucking boom, boom, boom. I was a wrestling fan for life, and I can't get enough of the Attitude Era, man.
I would say
we're on a side tangent.
To finish off real quick, Mick Foley is actually one of our family friends. Him and Dad used to talk all the time, and Dad told him he was insane after he watched that match. Told him he was absolutely insane. Like he did. He's like, you're fucking lucky. Well, not quite like how I'm phrasing it, but he's like, you're fucking lucky you survived that one. Mick Foley goes, you know, I've always been a daredevil. He goes, yeah, you and Terry Funk Jr. both. Which, by the way, that was Junior wrestling that came to the ring to help Mick Foley, not Senior. Senior at that point, if I'm not mistaken, passed away. Which Dad wrestled both of them, Senior and Junior. Fun facts.
So yeah, for you to actually say that you like the new generation and the golden era more, I had to watch all that stuff. Not while it happened during the day. You watched all that stuff later on, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I grew up watching all the old wrestling into the new wrestling. So I grew up watching like Harley Race, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, American Dream, baby.
So you saw it all on tape.
Yeah, I saw the tape after. It's like watching all my dad's wrestling matches. I've seen it all way after my dad had long since passed away. But my brothers actually got to live through those matches.
But well, the whole reason we got onto that subject was all I'm saying is Lolcow is in that same vein.
Yeah.
Of the Jerry Springer and the Attitude Era. And that's all I'm saying. And that's seen by the public as it could be seen as white trash TV.
Yeah, white trash power.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Oh, I was gonna say like and there's like a couple other shows I was gonna relate it to, and then I decided for whatever reason I wanted to go on a side tangent about wrestling. I guess I'm just very sensitive about the business.
Yeah, I think you took it as though I was saying it was white trash. I hated it or something. No, that was my favorite era.
So some of my all-time favorite matches happened during the Attitude Era, but I really loved the Golden Era into the new generation because of one particular gimmick, The Undertaker. See him clothed in black and purple walking down the aisle with his themes playing, the smoke, and you're hearing the whistle of the wind as the lightning strikes. Created that awe. Like one of the most iconic matches of all time. Again, side tangent. One of my all-time favorite matches. Undertaker versus Yokozuna at Survivor Series. The iconic casket match. Or if you want to go back to the original one of the year prior at the Royal Rumble, The Undertaker versus Yokozuna.
Yeah.
Iconic matches. Iconic matches.
But and I get what you're saying from the match perspective. But what's more memorable at the Attitude Era isn't even the matches as much as it is Cold coming out with a beer truck. You know what I'm saying? Crazy moments like that. Just like with Lolcow Live, we don't sit there and remember, oh yeah, remember that time they covered that crazy Josh Block story? No, we remember Wings pushing Kelly, Boogie faking cancer. You know what I'm saying? Becky shaving her head, Becky lying about rape. You know, these moments, these crazy moments that happen on Lolcow is like similar to, you know what?
Or like 96, or like 96 when The Undertaker took on Mankind in the first ever buried alive match. The iconic moment where Paul Bearer comes up and smacks Undertaker behind the back with the urn. He falls in. Mankind gets out, and all these wrestlers come out of nowhere and they start burying the Undertaker. But then the lights go out, the lightning starts flashing. Boom! Here comes the arm of the Undertaker crawling out of the grave. With the iconic moment of "I Will Not Rest in Peace" being played, signifying he was going to come back.
That's enough about a wrestling side tangent.
I could go on all day about wrestling. Let's get back to the topic.
Clap for being a Jerry Springer genius or a Vince McMahon style genius. Keemstar gets the clap for that. Although that doesn't mean he's morally superior in any way, shape, or form. Let's continue the clip.
I mean, there's parallels between the two of them, like thinking they're geniuses, and they're both extremely horrible fucking people.
You're gonna let me pitch it? You're gonna let me to pitch it? Wait, you can't just say your side and not let me say mine. I thought this was great.
Right now, go ahead.
She only worked half a month. Right? So I had an idea. Okay, why doesn't she announce on Queens tonight that she'll pay half the damages, and then as a reward, we'll pay her the full mouth? Guess what? If she gets paid the full month and pays for the damages, she makes more money than actually the half a month she worked. So it makes sense. I hooked her up, and still she decides I'm going to come on live and complain because she wants to get paid for the full month and not pay for the damages. She wants every little
That she should. That's correct, Keem.
That I was at Fat Camp, I made $16,000. Queens made less than $30,000 a month. For this month, I paid more than my fair share. I made more than my fair share. I'm sorry if I can make 16 grand in 2 fucking days because I'm willing to do things like shave my head where the rest of your cast fucking sucks. It sucks, Keem. I'm sorry. I'm so entertaining that even though you fucking hate me, you don't want to fire me because you know what you would be losing. I'm sorry. You know what I'm most sorry for? I am so sorry that I did this. I am so sorry that I did this for a fucking idiot of a boss who can't appreciate shit. Fuck you, Keem. That's what I'm sorry.
I fucking love this editing. I love this editing. This is awesome.
She's spitting facts.
God, please, guys, please keep begging for me to go off the show. Please, because guess what? I bet you he's not going to fire me, because if he would, fucking do it now, because I don't want to be here. Fucking do it now and let the world see that you're the one who's setting me up and that you're the one who's willing to walk away, because I'm fucking not. I'll let everybody sit here and stare at my bald fucking head as a reminder of the shit that I do for this universe that no one else does. Keem won't even shave his fucking beard.
She actually looks cute without hair. That's actually I'm surprised.
This narrative that's going on. I'm sorry, you're a fucking idiot, and I don't care if I isolate you because I don't want idiots in my fucking life. Go be stupid elsewhere.
Although, to be honest, she kind of looks like that one lesbian that always bitches about Donald Trump.
But you know something though? She said Keem won't even shave his beard. Yeah, he doesn't even take his hat off stream by choice. This motherfucker wouldn't shave his beard for $1 million. His ego wouldn't let him.
Nope.
I mean, we've shown what he looks like without his beard.
I mean, it's in the thorn. It's
compensating for something.
It's compensating for a lack of chin.
Boy.
Like, I've got a chin going. I've got a chin. It's just my jaw is structured so fucking weirdly that it makes it look like I've got this, like, I got a deformed looking face, basically. But even I have a fucking chin.
Now, I have a beard too. I will shave it at some point. I'm just a lazy motherfucker that will shave it a couple times a year, maybe a couple times a year, and it grows back. But, you know, Crash Out 101. Yeah, absolutely, Flynn. Keemstar's having a total crash out. Becky bitching and crying and doing her usual bit there. That's her usual thing.
Yeah.
She clearly won that argument, though. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, fucking 100%. That was really funny that he got kicked out of the call. So that was the part that made me laugh even more.
Hung up on, kicked out of the call. Becky even lays it out. If you don't like it, fucking fire me.
Hey.
And is she fired? No.
Nope.
Not fired.
Nope, she's still there. It's perfectly. Lie about rape. That's perfectly fine.
Doesn't mean that Becky is Keem's bitch. Keem is Becky's bitch now. Keem is Becky's bitch.
What I love is that it's perfectly fine to lie about rape. That is perfectly fine. You lie about it all day long. Perfectly fine. This is gonna be really fucked up that I'm gonna say it, but the moment you push your boss and your wife, you're not allowed to be on the show anymore. But it's perfectly fine to lie about so it's fine to commit a crime in one aspect, but it's not fine to commit a crime in another aspect.
That's what I'm saying, though. Is it's you know, you got Wings, domestic abuser, Becky lied about rape, Boogie, fake cancer, Keemstar, greedy son of a bitch. doesn't treat his employees right. He got PETA behind the camera.
Fucking criminals. All criminals.
Tina who says the N-word.
And threatens people with physical violence all the time.
That's what we're watching. Let's finish off that clip real quick. I don't know if there's a little more left of it.
Yeah, there's like about like a little less than a minute. Oh, God, she's back.
I want to end it. What? Help out?
If you want to end it. Go ahead. Give up on your show again.
Oh, I'm not giving up. I said I'll stay here till the fucking end. I can fucking endure. You watched it. You already heard what I have to say.
Okay. Well, am I making you crash out right now? Is it all?
Yeah, you've been trying to make me crash out for days.
Becky crashes out.
No, you've been trying to get me to crash out for days, including trying to get me to pay $2,000 that I don't owe.
Yes, he is. He is fucking crashing out.
Today, $2,000 that I don't owe.
Your reputation.
Oh yeah, this is really helping my reputation.
Big Zebo 25 super chatted
I don't want your help. In fact, what I want is to never have to talk to you. I try to talk to you the least amount.
What the fuck?
Scheme. I don't want anything to do with you. I'm just showing up to do my fucking show and leave. And even then, you can't leave me alone.
I agree. Good deal.
Perfect. Don't come to me talking about fucking damages again that I don't know.
Come on my.
There you go. Gotta give it up to Becky. I'll call it like I see it. Don't like the bitch and all, but she's been the most entertaining part of the Lolcow universe the last few months, and she just completely owned Keem.
Yep. Completely fucking wrecked Keemstar. Just completely fucking wrecked him. But you think we have a little more time for that bonus clip we were talking about earlier?
Yes, we could show the bonus clip. Flynn says that he'd like to find out when they try to file the unemployment and find out they don't qualify because they are under subcontract rules working for Keem. And that's the problem. It's the subcontract rules bullshit.
Yep.
Be a partner or fucking pay him a regular ass salary that can't be negotiated or taken away. This subcontract stuff is what making all the money situation fuzzy, and you don't need fucking fuzzy situation when it comes to money.
No, you don't.
Dealing with someone like.
And I'll say not only that, but having fun filing the taxes for that makes it even worse, because if you're not careful with the numbers, you fudge something, the IRS is going to hang you for it. They will hang you for it.
It's just the way YouTube is with the contracting instead of W2ing. I mean, shit's got to change with that. I think you get their taxes filed better in general.
Because like YouTube will do W2 and 1090s. That's what they do. The typical stuff, because they pay it out like a contract. Like you are a contract, you are a partner. Hence why they call it the YouTube Partner Program or the YPP. So you get typical tax information.
Keemstar could have not made as many shows, and a lot of these people that are on the B-level shows, they were just mods or people that paid money to the shows. So Keemstar took donators and people that were genuinely interested in the main Lolcow Live, and now keeps them busy with their own shows and keeps them from wanting to donate. Now they receive money from Lolcow Live. So it was a smart business move at first to exploit people's talents. Now it's biting him in the ass, I think. All these people could have been like guests on Lolcow Live for free, but instead now Keem pays them and has to deal with their bullshit.
I was going to say, what he should have done is allow them to create their channels independent of the universe, but still having them as a part of the universe, meaning that because you have the name Lolcow, you're a part of the universe, but you're not run by me. So that means they can make they could make content about the show, but on their show.
But what he could have done is he could have been like, if you want to form up partnerships, you can, but if you use the Lolcow name and I promote you, I'll take a 10% cut and I'll let you run the shows how you want to.
Yeah, so if you want to,
essentially you're paying 10% for promotion.
Yeah, like and have them sign a contract deal.
Take the money, and Keem wouldn't be taking the money and paying them. They would be paying Keem the fee.
Yeah,
the 10%.
Like, here's the contract. here's the contract. You can use the Lolcow branding, but you got to pay this percentage of it, and you have to pay every month. Well, if you know how Keem is, and we'll totally use that. Yep. And yeah, he's not wrong.
Get on. It's a power move. It's not just about the money, it's about the power and control as well. So there's better ways for him to make money, or there's better ways for him to have control. But he wants to be able to do both.
Could you imagine
trying to do so, causing issues?
Could you imagine if Keemstar somehow buys part of his way into this show? Like he convinces our boss to get part of the power. Could you imagine that?
Oh my God.
well, no. we would have to start kissing his ass we start kissing his ass every week, and the fans like, what happened? Last week you were just ragging on. This week, Keemstar seems to be the holiest man alive.
Now, guys, we are roughly 40 minutes away from Lolcow Live going live. I know we compete with Melkers, and we sort of compete with nerds as well. Obviously, this is the better show out of the three shows. We're better than Melkers. You don't want to see a bunch of middle-aged women fucking arguing about tampons. We're better than nerds because they don't even talk about nerd shit on there, right?
No.
And so, thank you all for being here and watching this show instead, where we actually critically think about the Lolcow universe and give hot takes. Is it controlled by one man? And also, like I said, try to check out our personal channels too. If you want to hear about real nerd shit, check out RJ Game News USA, my main channel. We got a lot of Nintendo Switch 2 coverage going on right now. Check out Tim's if you want drum covers and tech talk there. Yeah, just thank you all for being here and supporting. We're going to play out this bonus clip a little bit and react to it, and then we're going to get out of here before Lolcow Live starts.
For me, is if you want drum covers, drama, and tech news, then I'm the guy for you. If you want the more nerdy stuff like gaming news, movie reviews, and also a little bit of drama, RJ Game News USA is the man for you. And for me, it's mostly about the music.
My drama is mostly contained to here. I'll be frank. My drama is mostly contained to here. We're really just covering gaming news and movies, and gaming and movies is basically, entertainment stuff I'm into. Although I'm entertained by the Lolcow universe. And so that is why I talk about it on here. So with that being said, we are going to watch a clip about Lynx on LOL Angels, another spin-off show that isn't related to the Lolcow universe. And Lynx is going to expose some things behind the scenes to Ruby and Lo.
And also,
Tim loves LOL Angels.
No. Before you start that shit up, I'm going to say there is a possibility. I'm not going to say it's 100% confirmed right now, but there is a possibility sometime in the near future I might be doing an interview with Lynx, and we might get the whole truth about everything that happened. Maybe. But that's going to depend on if you, the audience, wants to see it.
Lynn says it's time to find a new show to watch if that happens. I don't know what we said.
I was talking about Keemstar. Keemstar partially buying his way in. That was his response.
Oh, no, I don't think it's gonna happen.
No,
I'll gladly take his money.
Oh yeah, but fuck him. I'm not giving him my ownership. Fuck that. Piss off. So yeah, I just want
to get monetized.
One final thing I'll say is besides the Lynx thing, fuck LOL Angels. I hate that show with a fucking passion. Lynx knows it, her boyfriend knows it, RJ knows it, everybody here in this fucking chat knows I hate it. I hate this fucking show. It drives me nuts.
Sorry. I think LOL Angels is pretty entertaining. Not the show itself. I just think Ruby's entertaining. And I think Ruby.
I think it's just what you.
I don't know if Low Angel.
No, I think it's just you want to date Ruby. That's what it is. You just want to get in Ruby's pants. That's why you keep raising her up. Makes perfect sense now.
That would be inaccurate. That would be inaccurate because she's clearly a fucking well, you know what? I'm not going to say anything negative about her.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I got you.
No, I'm going to be nice. I'm going to be nice because Ruby and Low Angels, they are friends of the show. We'll say that.
No, they are part of the show. I'm kind of am. I was hoping to get you on something because you keep getting me on everything.
They're somewhat friendly of the show. You have a little bit more connection to Lynx. I have a DM with Ruby. That's about it.
I want to say, to be fair, Ruby legitimately does deal with mental disorders, unlike Keemstar, who pretends like he does. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
It's funny because what's funny about it is I'm a fan of Grace as well, because I think her content's great, right? And but the thing is, Grace and Ruby, they've been at war for so long. I just see it on both sides a little bit. Like, I think that Grace has probably went too far attacking Ruby, and I think it's over the line.
Yeah,
same token.
I'll be honest, that's kind of why I left her server, because like all those people were agreeing with Grace about going to her house and doing all kinds of illegal stuff. I'm like, I'm leaving. No, don't want to be a part of that group. And taking internet drama like that too far is wrong. But
let's watch.
We're gonna see. Yeah, here we go.
Let's bring up our girl length and get into this, or like, because it's like it feels like a little bit of drama, but at the same time, this
it feels like a little bit of drama. What?
On the
it is drama.
And into Lynx's life a little bit, what her boundaries have been, what boundaries she's had to set since dealing with these people, and obviously we're not gonna just straight stick on Lolcow universe. We'll get into a little bit more shit, but this is like some of the questions or something that we really wanted to touch base on because I felt like it went great with our topics today. But Lynx, hey girl, how are you? We can't hear you. You're on mute. She's like, oh.
I forgot you told me to mute, and then I was like, I'm in the backstage. Why are you asking me? I was like, okay, I'll just mute anyways.
Hi, welcome.
I hear we're talking about boundaries, something I know nothing about. So
really? Oh shit. Okay. Well.
I recently learned a lot about boundaries, actually, and I'm finally setting them for myself. So that's kind of ironic.
That's perfect. I you would get this because me and Lo have been dealing with this just online. There's a lot of people who
I'm not moaning into the microphone either.
And you have to constantly be navigating that. And some people, especially women, do struggle to set boundaries because when you do, you're called a bitch and a whore, and people get mad. So it's like a lose-lose situation sometimes.
What?
There's ways to navigate it. That
are a bitch and a whore.
What the fuck?
Almost every day with the positive attitude.
What am I watching?
It's
what am I fucking watching?
There's something that needs to be said about being a female online influencer with the weird parasocial aspect of subscribers and followers and fans of yours, because I have people who will message me on every single one of my platforms every single day, and it's like
not me, not fucking me, motherfucker. No, not me, asshole. Don't you dare fucking put me in with those group of people, you fuck nugget. Don't you fucking dare, asshole. Fucking not me. I only message her on Discord maybe once every week, and that.
I message her on Discord, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, MySpace.
Well, I can't help if she went and found my fucking Facebook and then started following me and friended me there. I can't help that. She found all my. Oh yeah, my Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. She has all my social media. She found all of it.
So I was right.
You're not fucking right. I don't message her on any other platform except Discord. Because I barely use the other ones. Although I'm starting to get back on TikTok. Thanks to some trolls of mine that advertised it. Which I appreciated.
Oh,
because I keep winning. I'm like Charlie Sheen. I win here, I win there, I win everywhere.
I haven't gotten too far into the clip yet, but so far it's circle jerk session. But we'll
it's fucking circle jerking. Because I thought we were gonna get into the Lolcow stuff.
Great job by me not watching the clip before I sent it to you.
At first I was like, okay, yeah, they're going to be talking a lot about Lolcow drama. Maybe they're going to add some extra commentary about the stuff we talked about. Or maybe they might even bring up some points that we didn't even think about. No, it's been about circle jerking about boundaries. Yes, I want to watch circle jerking about boundaries. Again, if I wanted that, I've got the book Boundaries.
We're in the third hour. Most of our audience has already left. Let's just keep going.
Fuck it.
It's hard to navigate what the best course of action would be in that case, because you obviously, if they're a fan of you, you obviously want to say hello.
Oh my God.
Make them feel special. But
the simps are already coming out. Coming out in full force.
Talked about a lot.
Yeah, it's not. And it's like, for me, I like chatting with people, but yeah, it's hard. I noticed that Mr. Girl, I noticed doesn't
I gotta ask
any private messages from anyone.
Go ahead.
To do this to you.
Oh God.
You know what the question's gonna be.
Fuck Mary Kill, isn't it?
Come on, you already know.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Oh God damn it. Morningstar's gonna kill me for this one. It's gonna kill me. I already know it. But which one would be the that no matter which one I pick, it's gonna.
You know what? We ain't playing the game. Just play the clip. I'm gonna bail you out. Just play the
fuck it. I've already made the answers. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'll kill Lo because I don't know her that well.
Don't let the detractors clip it. No, just go. Don't let it clip. They'll clip it.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll say you're sexist.
But it's like, now I get why.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll come up with a sexist.
Any private correspondence, I will talk to you publicly, but sometimes the private correspondence, it can make people, I don't know. I don't ever want to confuse anyone or lead anyone on just because I'm a naturally friendly, talkative person,
Person. And she's threatening to kill somebody. It's the Joker. Oh, my friend. Fuck. Hold up. I'll be right back. I gotta get something real quick.
I do want to talk about who I think the most entertaining to the least entertaining is out of these three. To me, Ruby's the most entertaining because she's got this Joker mentality. She just needs to be corralled Lolcow style. I think if her and Grace.
Bro, I'm the most friendly person you ever met. Don't you know? I'm so friendly. I'm your best friend. Don't you want me to stab you multiple times?
We know that. From an entertainment perspective, Ruby.
Oh God! I'm your best friend. Don't you want me to stab you multiple times? Stabby.
Talking to your best
friend. I had to do it. I had to get my cosplay stuff for that one. That was too fucking good.
Ruby's one-liners are just legendarily crazy sometimes, and I'm here for it.
It's I'm your best friend. I'm wearing it because I'm literally wearing your best friend's face. Don't you like me? What the fuck?
Clipping. Figure about 2 weeks later on that. We're getting clipped.
Oh, God.
Flynn's Nest is clipping us.
Oh, I can see Lynx when I share this with Lynx later going, what the fuck's wrong with both of you? So horrible.
All I know is this:
community
if
online,
you do get that interview with Lynx, which is on your personal channel, not on our channel,
yeah.
If you do get that interview with Lynx, I'm gonna say make sure that RJ guy ain't on there either.
Oh god, boy! Oh, what son's gonna? I know my son's gonna watch this, and he's gonna hear that. He's gonna go, "Oh, Tibbs is gonna get himself killed." All right, which one is Tibbs gonna pick? Because which one he picks is which one I'm gonna kill him for. He's like, "You better not pick Lynx. You better not pick Lynx."
Oh, brother.
Oh god.
And so, yeah, it's hard. Like, you don't want to be an asshole, right? And just ignore people. I mean, my Discord DMs are always open, not in so much anything else though. But my Discord, if someone adds me, I always add them back. I'm always okay to have a conversation. But if you're messaging me multiple times a day in a row, or like you're being weird, I'm not going to answer you. I'm just simply not. It's just, I don't have the mental capacity.
I literally had damn near a case like that, and people called me a fucking asshole for the way that I handled it. I didn't even like go out on YouTube. I literally just blocked the person, and I was the bad guy. So
that's
Dude, you handle that so perfectly. People are just like trying. They want to take you down so hard, and you give them like no material to work with.
This isn't fucking Lolcow.
They're just like,
what the fuck is it?
Like, you know, you block them. It's like, all you do is block someone who is texting. It's one thing to text. But you should be cold calling. Anyway, like that's to me is like wild to just like add someone and then call them.
People, like some people, honestly, they don't have that like that connection in their brain that connects like audacity and like entitlement. You know what I mean? So they'll think like, oh, okay, this is okay, and I'm just they're my friend, and that's fine. Like that was my main thing. People try to twist and change my story, like, oh, Lo saying that this person is bad and whatever. I never said bad. Or they were a bad person, they were sexual, creepy, whatever. It's just that too excessiveness of like, you're literally texting me and calling me 12 times a day. Like me, my mom doesn't even call and text me 12 times a day, okay? Call and text me 12 times a day. Like, why?
Definitely three-way with Lynx. I want to know for the record, I didn't say that, by the way. That wasn't me. That was not me.
I'm tired. I gotta give it up, man. Flynn, you can have my chair.
Oh god. I can't. I don't even care. It's not even talking about what happened with Wings or anything. I don't care. This has just been great.
It's better than you thought, huh?
Oh, this is going even better than I thought.
I need to clip more little angels for you.
Oh god. What the? They're having this big old fucking psycho check about boundaries. I love Links. Oh, my Discord is open for anybody that wants to talk to me. Look at me being fucking all perfect. I know Morningstar is gonna get me for that one. He's gonna go after me. He's like, you fucking son of a bitch, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And then fucking, I love Ruby's comment. I'm all talkative. I don't want to rude people off because I'm all talkative everything, even though I'm a fucking psychopath. And I went for the Joker's face.
All I know is, if this keeps going, Flynn's right. You're going to choke on stream. You're going to be the first man that choked on their own saliva while laughing while live streaming in U.S. history. There's a first for everything.
Oh god! I gotta got tears in my eyes.
It's just Sprite running down your cheek.
Oh fuck.
Dude, I feel like I can say anything right now. I feel like I can say anything right now, and you're just gonna die laughing right now, bro.
I can't help it.
How many edibles did you eat from Rich's freezer?
I thought these were pot liquors. I think these might be laced with weed. I just didn't know it. That's why I'm fucking so giggly. It's like the Joker just sprayed me with fucking laughing gas, with his signature laughing gas, and I just can't stop laughing. You're fucking welcome, man. That's great. Do we want to continue? Or do we want to end it?
Yeah, we gotta continue. We gotta see how far you making it through this clip, bro.
But I want anybody else doing that. So it's like, I don't know.
And I mean, I guess for me, it's a little bit different because because I work from home, I'm in VC all the time. So it's one thing for someone to come in and say, "Hi, Lynx, how you doing?" Like, and talk to me. It's another when like you're messaging me, not only on Discord, but like you're leaving comments on everything. You're messaging my Snapchat, my Instagram, because again, I have everything very open. My DMs are open. Doesn't mean I'm gonna answer you, but they're open. You can send me a message. It's just, I find there's a lot of that parasocial. Recently, we had someone, and I called him out on like when he was in VC or something on stream, and I said, "You message me every morning,
for money,
good morning, even when I don't respond.
They're gonna want your attention."
And he didn't see how that was.
You said what I was thinking. You said what I was thinking, but I wasn't gonna say it. I'm trying to make it where I can interview her and
Well, no, I'm saying like, hey, her complaints are legitimate, right? And she is not obligated to respond. But at the same time, this comes with the territory of being more popular. Just like the celebrity that walks across the street, it doesn't necessarily want their picture taken right then and there, or the paparazzi in their face. That's what happens. We as content creators, like it or not, we signed up for it.
I was about to say, well, I've been blessed to not be harassed about stuff like that before, but I have been like approached by people in the past who are like they will say something and I'll go, "Who are you?" They go, "Oh yeah, don't you remember me from this and this and this?" I'm like, no, who are you?" Like for example, I was watching on TikTok, not TikTok, but what was it? Twitter. It was Twitter. Bill Murray pushed the guy off him because the fan got up in Bill Murray's grill and tried to hug him, and Bill Murray didn't know who he was.
Hours later.
And Bill Murray's like telling him he needs to get off of me. He's like, "Get off of me, dude. I don't know who you are." I'm like, "You're gonna get arrested if you do that again." And security's like, "Okay, Bill Murray, let's keep going, let's keep walking," while the paparazzi were filming it, and they were trying to make it seem like Bill Murray was assaulting a fan. I was like, well, the fan got in his fucking grill and was trying to hug up on him, and Bill doesn't know him.
This is the kind of story that when you tell it, you need to insert that SpongeBob 2 hours later, and then talk some more and do that as a clip on the channel.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go find that later and make that happen.
No, do it like the multiple personal stories you've told today about the wrestling or this or the whatever. String them together in a clip. And then do the 2 hours later thing like a couple times in there. Be like Tim's personal story time.
Oh god, that would be great. And like 2 hours later,
you talk the whole way through it.
2 hours later, continues on. 4 hours later, continues on. One eternity later, and I finally finished. And we get to this portion. I finally finished. Oh God. I guess we should finish the clip because there's only like 4 minutes left of it.
And I was like, that's
that's the problem.
That's like boyfriend girlfriend behavior, you know, and
like,
it makes you.
Yeah, and I don't respond. I never respond because he ends up joining. Well, he's not in the server anymore, but he ended up joining public VC like 20 minutes after sending me good morning. So why would I respond if you're about to be in VC, right? And like he was a friend, but like it's obsessive. It's weird.
And some people might like, take you Lynx and say like, well, Lynx isn't answering because she has a boyfriend. But even if you didn't have a boyfriend, me and Ruby don't have boyfriends, and we still, it's not even like, and I hate, like, guys, I feel like I'm sounding rude today, so I'm sorry if this is sounding rude.
You're not at all. People just want to stand you. It's so annoying.
That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry. Like, it's just like, we are not obligated to even talk to the real people in our life 24/7. So we don't feel the entitlement of getting all of our energy and attention from YouTube. I feel like enough. We do already give out, all three of us alone, enough. Like for days. Like you guys don't need a dose of Low and Lynx and Ruby every single day of your life. I'm sorry, you don't. Like,
you know what was the craziest thing about leaving Lolcow and not being Keemstar's like manager anymore is the fact that the messages, like, I noticed they went down a little bit and then they went back up, and we need you for this, or do you have this, or how's this, and I just kind of stopped answering people and like leaving them on red because it was so obsessive when I was in the Lolcow universe. Like I was getting 25 DMs from different people a day, and I would have to keep my DMs open because that's what Keem wanted. He wanted people to be able to contact me because I was like the middleman. And the release.
Fuck that.
And for so little pay too. She got paid so little to do all that fucking work.
Yeah, fuck that shit. That explains why her DMs are always open. But my question is, why don't you just close them off? Now that you're independent, why not just close them off?
Well, no. She's clearly saying she doesn't have to deal with it as much anymore. But when she's saying she's part of the Lolcow universe, I don't know exactly how much she got paid. This might be a question to ask her directly when you do talk to her, if you do. But she basically saying all these shows would go to her and all this stuff would go to her, and she was like the underling of Keem. And I know for a fact she said something like she didn't get paid a lot.
And Vicious Hanzo coming in with the comments saying, no clue how Keemstar is able to still be on YouTube after already having a banned account. It's because one of his best friends is an executive at YouTube. That's why.
Yeah, he found like a loophole for it for a while, and then now it's been long enough that he's not technically
the original account was unbanned.
If this situation came up again, he wouldn't be able to ban evade. But he also has some contact on the inside that also helps him get away with shit.
Yeah, he knows an executive there, not the CEO, but he knows an executive that works with them. And they pretty much they run the back end of YouTube and all the banning and unbanning stuff. So he pretty much went unbanned the original account, but Keemstar got rid of it. Bro. My nose is fucking losing it. Pulling.
You picked your nose on stream.
No, I did not do that.
Yes. I saw the booger come. I saw the booger. It was the size of Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore. Fuck you. I don't know why now my sinuses are closing up and opening now when I was doing just fine earlier. And I fucking cough. Can't get rid of that cough no matter what I do. I guess this is payback for making fun of Lynx and Ruby.
Yeah.
This is payback.
Cursed.
Yeah, I got cursed. I'm getting cursed.
And nothing happened to me because I was good.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck all the way off. Asshole.
being out of that is like insane. It feels so much better not like feeling like I have to put up this front of like, I like you in the DMs because I'm Keemstar's assistant and I don't want to be a fucking asshole. Now if I don't like you, I just don't answer you.
But this is not setting the record straight.
That. I said, hey,
what is she saying straight?
And it's bothering me and I don't answer you. Oh well.
Dude, and I noticed like with Keem, he doesn't naturally respect time. Like during the Lolcow Queen edition, I remember being like, oh, like what time or what about this or that, and it's like he wants you to like block off your life for him for like days at
Yeah,
like
I was gonna
he
say.
thought it was crazy that I had a job, like and it was like
What Ruby just said, we got to respect.
Remember, Lo, when we were like trying to set up your thing, and he wouldn't give me like any info to give you about like when to come on, and you were like, so should I just like sit here and wait, or like is there
That's
any like?
And it wasn't even that, but
like,
even when
coming up, like
come up there, it was like he was like, "Oh, like you have it set up," and I'm like, "Yeah," but I waited literally hours and hours for you to finally bring me into the Discord. I'm finally on my way to go somewhere, but I'm still here waiting for you guys, and you just so happen to get me as I'm in the car driving. You know what I mean? Like, so of course it's gonna be like sounding shitty. I'm gonna look like I have no setup, but in reality, I'm so glad that everything went the way that it went because I am not desperate.
You mind if I say something real quick?
Yes, and I have something to say after you.
That comment about entitlement to personal life. If that's how you feel about talking to your friends or your family, is that they're taking away from your personal life, then you yourself need to go get some fucking mental help. Like a lot of fucking mental help. If that's how you feel about your family or your friends, the people who care about you.
So you disagree? You disagree with Lo?
Highly fucking disagree. If you have friends and family that care about you and love you and support you, you should give them your time. Because that's the only thing you can give them that they cannot get from anybody else.
A couple things. Flynn in the chat said that would break the NDA rule with Keem. Well, with Lynx, I don't believe she ever signed an NDA. I don't know. Maybe she did. I don't know.
I think she did. I could be wrong.
Flynn will clip the booger. But,
fuck you, Clint.
Anyway, the most important thing was actually said on this stream. The most important thing actually said on this stream, other than maybe Lynx talking about the working conditions and people messaging her, Ruby brought up a really good point about Keemstar doesn't respect your time.
Nope.
He expects you to be ready at the drop of a hat when he wants you ready. When you have other shit going on, and Ruby mentioned it, she has a job. She has other shit she has to do, and she can't just drop everything for Keemstar, and most people can't either. So Keemstar should do a better job of like, hey man, is this time good? Is that time not? You know, what works for you? This is what we're looking for. And just be more crystal clear with his expectations. This goes back to Tommy C explaining that Keemstar doesn't really run his shit very well with people. You know what I'm saying? Because he only cares about his own schedule, and everybody's got to work around him. But he has to realize people have other priorities too. And sometimes you don't always agree, but you're, trying people out. You need to give them more of a concrete time of when to be ready. At least.
Like for me, I'm talking to someone right now that I'm going to do an interview with first. Pirate Canvas is the guy's name, and I'm friends with the guy. I want to kind of get to know more of his YouTube career and also help get his recent content out because he's made some great videos, made some great work. And I told him, I was like, you just let me know when you are available. We can do it.
He's lost to me. He's lost to me. I don't know the timestamp.
I would say I don't even know the timestamp because I don't have OBS in front of me.
If you can, Tim, since we are very short on time, we got 10 minutes till Lolcow Live. Play this clip, and then we'll say bye to the audience, and then hit the outro. We'll do a real quick roundup of what we heard. Finish the rest of this up, though.
Listen for Lolcow, like, at all. That shit, I don't know. There's, like, I feel like there's... I'm not gonna like completely diss it by any means because obviously they have their 5,000 viewers. Keemstar obviously is this person he is for a reason. He has the resources he does and he can make something out of it. But at the same time, a lot of shit that you'll see Like, and that's why we were happy to bring you up, Links, because now we kind of get the scoop of into the background. I feel like all that shit is definitely like causing the the ripples in their little universe that's going on, or just like the relationships between Keemstar and his employees. Like, obviously most people who end up leaving Lolcow has something to say, you know what I mean? And that's something bad. That's a bad
thing. The only good thing I can say is that he gave me a boost into the spotlight and taught me what I don't want. What I don't want to
Wow. What I don't want. I mean, and she did get a little boost from it, so I mean, it all worked out for everybody, right?
Well, I like that it just fucking ended on that.
I don't get why Lynx. I just don't get why Lynx is also Voldemort, basically, in the Lolcow universe, like Grace. Lynx has never done even half the shit Grace. But anyway, that's a story for another time. Any last thoughts, Tim's?
You go ahead with your thoughts, because I'm gonna get the full screen anyhow.
I already gave my thoughts on Wings. I want him back. He's not coming back apparently. We'll see. Allegedly scripted, and either way, we'll talk about it at some point. But obviously Wings is full of shit for what he did. But that whole Lolcow universe is full of shit. I just want to see entertaining shit. When it comes to the Becky situation, Becky owned Keem in that debate. Keem shouldn't fuck with her money. Period. Point blank. And then when it comes to the Link situation, and that just gives you more of an insight into how it works over there, and how much they don't respect your time. They don't respect what you do. And I'm glad to see that Link's broke free and she's being successful on her own. So other than that, another week where Keemstar took a bunch of L's. And, for a long time, I thought he took W's. I even told Tim's, like, for a long time, I said, Keemstar's got W after W. For months and months he did. But honestly, lately he's still taking those L's. And financially, he's taking some of those L's after Fat Camp and the cost of that. And it's going to be the end of an era between Wings and the Lolcow universe, because it looks like Wings is going to say goodbye tonight. So swing over there and we'll all watch it together, guys. But thanks for watching.
For
check
me,
out my personal channel, RJ Gaming.
Yeah, linked in the chat. Make sure you check it out. For me, that didn't do what I wanted to do, did it? Nope, it didn't do what I wanted to do. That's fine. There we go. I gotta fix the hotkeys on this thing. Now, to finish it off for me, honestly, RJ has a point. The show really was great with Wings on it. The show really was better with Wings, Boogie, and Keemstar. And then, especially because, like, looking back out now, Tommy C was pretty funny at times. But at the end of the day, it seems that Keemstar isn't taking a morality thing. This is more of a money thing. I suppose, and we'll find this out, I guess tonight, who knows? You never know with Keemstar and what he fucking likes, doesn't like. But to be honest, to tie everything up with what I'm saying, that's not what I want. Quit. To tie it all, my personal opinion is I don't want Wings back. But on the same token, the show won't be great without Wings. And obviously Becky completely owned Keemstar again. That was funny. And that little Angels moment was a what the fuck moment. That was the biggest. I've never seen three women have a bigger circle jerk than I did today. So that's new for me. Well, I guess the following tie everything up. Whether or not if Wings is back on the show or not, despite what he did, he truly was one of the most entertaining parts of the whole show. And without Wings, I really don't think Lolcow's going to survive for much longer. That's what I think. I don't think the show's going to survive much longer without him. All it will be is entertaining. I really think this will start the downfall of the Lolcow universe as we know it, unless Wings comes back. But anyways, thank you everybody for watching. Like I said, make sure you go check out RJ Game News USA. Make sure you check out my channel, Horror House Media, and obviously I'm wearing my t-shirt to advertise myself. And eventually we're gonna get merch for this show as well, so keep an eye out for that. But until next time, this is AJ Timms of Horror House Media and RJ from Game News USA signing out. RTU is still a bigger Lolcow than Keemstar. Woo!
Yo, let the record skip, rewind the tape. Another clown falls, another sad escape. Review tech, you say, the king of cringe and fluff. Got his throne snatched, turns out he wasn't tough enough. Keemstar's laughter echoes a digital guillotine. Chops off the head of a washed up failing machine. Lolcow tech, the name itself a monument to shame. Now it's a graveyard whispering your forgotten name. Fired from the show, kicked to the curb and left to bleed. Another YouTuber falls, planting a pathetic seed of desperation, lies, and desperate flailing cries. Review, touch, say your last damn goodbye. You built your empire on clickbait and empty hype. Now the algorithm's turned and you're paying the price. Keemstar's the judge, the jury, and the executioner's hand. Welcome to the wasteland. Welcome to no man's land. Remember the glory, the fleeting, artificial fame, built on stolen content, a repetitive, boring game of regurgitated specs and superficial sheen, lacking substance, depth, a hollow echoing scene. You thought you were untouchable, a digital demigod, but pride comes before the fall. Understood your legacy cemented in a mountain of deceit, a cautionary tale of how ambition can be beat. Fired from the show, kicked to the curb and left to bleed. Another YouTuber falls, planting a pathetic seed of desperation, lies, and desperate flailing cries. Review, tech, say your last damn goodbye. You built your empire on clickbait and empty hype. Now the algorithm's turned and you're paying the price. Keemstar's the judge, the jury, and the executioner's hand. Welcome to the wasteland. Welcome to no man's land. From tech guru to dumpster fire, a rapid descent. Your credibility shattered, your reputation spent. Speed, burning bridges faster. You could build them up. Now you're choking on the ashes, drinking from the bitter cup. Don't try to rally your fans, they've already seen the light. The facade is crumbling, exposed in the harsh spotlight. Your excuses are pathetic, your apologies ring false. Just another fallen soldier in this internet waltz. Keemstar saw the weakness, exploited every crack, left you broken and defeated. There's no turning back. Fired from the show, kicked to the curb and left to bleed. Another YouTuber falls, planting a pathetic seed of desperation, lies, and desperate flailing cries. Review, ticker, so you say your last damn goodbye. You built your empire on clickbait and empty hype. Now the algorithm's turned and you're paying the price. Keemstar's the judge, the jury, and the executioner's hand. Welcome to the wasteland. Welcome to no man's